Hi, everybody. It's Gene Simmons, and you're not, and you're listening to the Potter Than Hell podcast with Steve, BC, BB, and Dylan. But you knew that, didn't you?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Potter Than Hell podcast. This is your last stop on the crazy train of hard rock and heavy metal. So sit back, buckle in, and hang on. Here we go.
Hello, Potter Than Hellions. Welcome back to Potter Than Hell podcast. This is Steve, and with me this week is
BC
and
BB
and on the keyboards,
Dylan.
And from the great state of Michigan, Brad Rusthoven. How are you, buddy?
Hey guys, how are you?
We are good. As you guys know, Brad is one of our fifth Beatles and from the Slamfest podcast. And how's things over at Slamfest there, Brad?
Things are good. By the time this gets released, I'll be just past 253 episodes. So I had my 250th a few weeks back, did a regret episode, never saw the original lineup. Well, the popular lineup of Fleetwood Mac. So did an episode on them, which was fun. Again, it's fun to go out of format every once in a while. But yeah, other than that, things are good.
Good. You know what? And we're recording today. It's April 10th. Is it the 10th? No. Yes, it is. Okay, April 10th. And we usually record on Wednesdays or Thursday this week. That's why I messed up. Today is one of the few days, Brad, that I did not get to listen to Slamfest this morning. But I'm looking. It's on my queue, but I don't even know what the hell happened this morning. I didn't get a chance to. I probably was thinking it was Wednesday. It's probably what the deal was. But anyway, BB, what's up?
Nothing. Just kind of like we were talking a little bit. Went down to see my daughter in Philly. Went to catch a game with my wife's uncle and my son, and just kind of pray spring gets here sooner than it has been. But yeah, doing good down there, down on the hill.
Awesome, Dylan. What's up?
I'm good. I don't know if you listened to Growing Up Rock on Friday, but yours truly's playlist was featured in the Friday Quick Fix. Sonny listened to Volbeat.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The playlist I put together.
Oh, I didn't. I don't usually listen to them. Sorry, guys. I'll have to check it out.
Who was that again?
Are they new?
Did they just invent them?
I'll have to check that out. Sorry about that. I'll check it out, Dylan.
Yeah.
And actually,
Don't apologize to me. It's not my podcast.
I think you may hear some Potter Than Hell guys on that podcast this year too for other stuff. BC, what's up?
Trying to hold on to that single strand of sanity I have left. It's starting to break.
It's not looking good.
Not looking good. No. My God. I guess women. Oh,
Just remember, the soul of a woman was created below. You'll hear that if you listen to your music. It was one of the lines of the song.
It's in Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused. The soul of a woman was created
It's
below.
literally the first. It's
Oh my God!
Listen to fucking lyrics.
It's not like there's a lot of instrumentation behind it.
Tell him you didn't listen to Zeppelin.
Is that what he says?
I didn't listen to any of these songs tonight. What are you talking about?
I'm not a lyric guy, especially Zeppelin. Anyway.
It's only one of the most well-known songs in this entire playlist.
All I know is that Dazed and Confused has been so long, blah, blah, something.
I know the title.
Yeah, I know Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused.
Although
blah.
every time this comes on like Exit or something, I tell you, mother, here's your song, and she gets mad at me.
That Richard Linklater film, I love it.
Oh, God. All right. So, it actually, last week we recorded with the Kiss crew. We had 2/3 of the Kiss crew there. No, 2/3, though.
Yep.
3/4 of the Kiss crew there. Granza blew us off for his fishing
of the
meeting
original,
or whatever the fuck.
3/4 of the new Kiss crew.
That's true. It was good. We made a Kiss album of just one song from every album and make a double album. It was interesting. Dylan, I think, won the show right off the bat. So I don't know if it would have been better if Dylan was first or last on that one.
No, either way it would have been.
Yeah. So, but it was fun. I had a good time with that one, and we had a long discussion at the beginning about the off the soundboard, which the San Antonio show.
San Antone.
San Antone.
Antone.
Yeah. some cringeworthy fucking raps on there, but it was good. It was a good Kiss Crew episode,
and about the Kiss Storms Vegas as well that we had a long discussion.
Oh yeah, that's right. And before I asked BB about it, I misspoke. I thought that the Order of the Rose book by Joey Quesada was a fucking April Fool's joke, but it was not. It's an actual book. I have it in my hand. So it's a book off of that Joey wrote off of the
Music from the Elder.
Music from the Elder storyline kind of thing, and I think the boy's name is Killian.
Killian.
Yeah. So I think he's a medieval incarnation of Killian.
Yeah, pretty close.
So, but it looks pretty cool. I didn't get a chance to read it yet. I got a couple other things going, but it's on the list. The cover's really cool. And the logo is done by our buddy Jeff Trott. Jeff Trott, great job on the Order of the Rose. It's very cool. The O on Rose is like a rose. Very, very cool. Good job, Jeff. And looks cool. I can't wait to dig into it. What did you think of last week, BC?
Fun as always. I mean, some good conversation there. We had a good almost hour-long conversation.
Before you
a lot of opinions, and I don't know. The world of Kiss never lets you down. It always gives you something to talk about.
Yeah, I love when we get together with the Kiss Crew, and now I finally realize, when Granz is not there, we have nobody to bust balls. So it's like, it's just a normal conversation, nobody to pick on. So we're gonna have to start making it mandatory to Granz gets there, so we can pick on him for his picks.
Yeah, the fish will always be there. Always fun. Love the
and you
Kiss
know
Crew.
what? I would love to. I didn't see any pictures because he loves to post pictures. I didn't see any pictures of him fishing opening day.
True, I didn't either. So
just putting that out there.
Interesting.
Bill Dance Jr.
As he would say,
Trout.
Okay, good point, BB. Good point.
We'll have to corner him next time we have him on.
Couple news things just came out. Armored Saints going to the studio, which is cool to hear, and then they're going to release a guitar. BC, they're going to release a guitar with Delirious Nomad theme on it.
Album cover, I guess. Right?
So probably early next year. I figure by the time they get done.
Springtime.
And actually, BC just showed me too. Dead Daisies have a new album out for pre-order, but there's a picture on there of the band, and it's John Corabi, it's the bass dude, Mike Devon, is that his name maybe? David Lowy, Doug Ulrich,
David Bowie,
and there's a female in the picture. And it's not Tommy, and it has the current band marked as the drummer is Tommy Clefetos. That's not Tommy Clefetos. So Tommy, I don't know.
Tommy don't got hips like that.
It's Tammy Clefetos.
Tammy Clefetos.
He does not have childbearing hips. So we don't know who the hell that is. So it'll be, and the album's, it's a covers album. It's going to be sounds like it's going to be blues covers and they're doing Crossroads. Does everybody have to fucking cover Crossroads?
Listen, Robert Johnson sold his soul to the devil at the Crossroads. So
it must be in the contract that everybody has to fucking cover it. Good song, but come on, it's done to death for sure. And BC
wasn't Aldrich having some health issues?
Yeah, he.
When was that? Was that like last fall or something?
That was like last year or something because I want to say Joel Hoekstra stood in for him on some shows.
There you go. Yeah, I think that's right.
And that one, I mean, Doug is fantastic, but it would have been cool to see Hoekstra in the band there doing some stuff. He's awesome. He's definitely fantastic. And BC, Exodus played their first show with Rob Dukes the other night, 2 days ago down in Philly. I wish we probably could have went. It was at some kind of beer fest something, which makes it even more attractive. But so that's going to. So that's about all I got. So
Last Night Kills. It's contractually obligated that anytime Brad's on an episode, I need to mention Ice Nine Kills.
Okay, yeah.
They got their second live album coming out. I heard they killed live too. Very excited for it coming out in September. We already have it pre-ordered. I like the song selection. There's 11 songs. I wish it was a little longer, but good song choices too. So I'm very excited to listen to it.
Book the episode for September. I'm there.
Yeah, there we go.
It'll probably be Dylan's birthday live album.
Yeah, well, no, I'm thinking it's gonna be Stop Making Sense from Talking Heads.
Let's stick with Ice Nine Kills. Please, for your father's
sake. You
sake.
might find yourself wishing for Ice Nine
find
Kills.
yourself
You're listening to Ice Nine
jumping off
Kills.
a bridge.
You might find yourself.
Yeah. Let's not. But it's totally up to you if you feel
It's
like
my
torturing
birthday
your father.
episode.
I can do what I want.
Just try to nudge you in the other direction, and actually, Ghost has their new album up for pre-order too.
Yes.
I ordered that. So, although I'm not crazy about that new song already.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan, but
it was a little better towards the end. But
yeah.
we'll see.
It's coming up pretty quickly too, because I
think
saw
it's
that Gallery
the
Sound
end of April.
The Gallery Sound was doing their midnight release for it.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
And also, there is a record store days coming up on Saturday. So, I'm actually able to go this year.
Do you have any white whales you're looking for?
I forget what's even on there. I don't even know. We're going Easton.
Live, Docking Live. There's not a lot like in our little genre. I think there's a live slaughter one maybe. And something else.
That's scary.
Very scary. Very scary.
The worst ever fucking live album ever from them.
Is it Accept Live?
Terrible.
Yeah, I forget.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm going with Jim Polkowski. I'm sure he'll have everything.
Well, he's ready to
roll.
He's ready to break the bank.
Yeah.
He already told me.
Yeah, there's a lot of
I
crazy
told him
stuff
there's really nothing I want to really pick up. There's not. Oh my God! You don't know how much money I'm going to spend that weekend. I'm like okay.
So that's I'll report back how that went on next episode. So before we get rocking into it, what have we been listening to? BC, how about you? What are you listening to? Anything good?
Smith Kotzen, I checked that out. The new LA Guns. That might have to grow me a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it was just, I don't know.
I agree.
I don't know. I might have to grow a little bit more. I went in. Maybe I went into my hopes a little too high. I don't know. And there's something else I can't remember. But I've been watching that guy that I met on the cruise. He has his own YouTube channel and everything. Wednesday 13.
Oh, the Piercy guy or whatever.
Yeah, Wednesday 13. He went on the road with them. And
the guy that took over security from Granza.
Yeah. But he interviewed it, and ever since then I've been really digging Wednesday 13, which was also Murder Dolls.
Yeah, Murder Dolls with Joey Jordison. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. But that's sick. I mean, and the way he talks, nothing like he's saying, like he sings like, yeah, not gonna do it. And then
Wednesday 13.
Yeah,
guy?
and then you talk. He's just like a regular guy. It's like he goes, yeah, these are my singing voice don't fit me. I was like, eh. But I've been really checking out a bunch of Wednesday 13.
Okay. How about Dylan?
So Evanescence put out a new song, Afterlife. It was for the Devil May Cry show that's going to be on Netflix. That's based off a video game series. Pretty good. I mean, kind of classic feeling Evanescence. And it's really cool to see them out and about. And then I had kind of an Exodus segment where I found out that they did a cover of AC/DC's Beating Around the Bush, which is my favorite AC/DC song. And check that out. It's great. And, that riff, feels like it could be an Exodus riff when they do it and they change the key just slightly.
Oh, really? I didn't get a chance to listen to it today.
It sounds very Exodus. And then I also started reading Gary Holt's memoir, A Fabulous Disaster, and learned that Kirk Hammett basically, taught him guitar.
Oh, really?
Which is
I have that
crazy.
on hold at the library.
But, yeah, those are kind of what I've been listening/reading to this week.
Do you have the book itself?
I don't have the book itself. I have a download from the high seas.
Oh. Lars,
but I also have the Spotify.
The Napster version.
Yeah, the Napster version.
Yeah, there you go.
Brad, what do you got going, buddy?
So, as I always say on here, right, the life of a podcaster, you're, listening to stuff that you're preparing for, but some upcoming episodes for me, I'm listening to some Kiss and Motley Crue, kind of specifically Motley's first 3 albums, and Kiss, same era, right, Creatures through Animal Eyes, and then AC/DC and the Pretty Reckless, if you know, they're starting a tour tonight, actually, guys. AC/DC's tour starts tonight in Minneapolis. So, but on the new album side, you mentioned LA Guns. Yeah, I heard that, and I'll quadruple it. That's going to have to grow. Going to have to grow on me. But are you guys familiar with Dorothy?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she has a new album out too, which is really, really good. And I regret not getting a ticket. She's going to be over here in Flint, Michigan at the Machine Shop. And I was just thinking, I'll pick something up, as we get closer to the show. And it sold out.
Oh,
so
no shit.
I'm bummed. I've seen her a couple times. But the new album is really good. The last album I thought was really, really good. And I think she may have matched it with this one, so that's what I got going.
Well, wasn't her last album last year?
No, I think she did some stuff, right? Didn't she have she had a single or something with Slash on it, but yeah, I think it came out in 23.
Oh, okay.
The last album.
Seems like it was last year. I don't know.
Yeah,
seems like really, really new. All right, BB, how are you?
Just like these guys, the LA Guns, not the greatest. I expected a lot more and, didn't get it. But I'm really digging the new Crazy Licks album, Thrill of the Bite. I think I may have mentioned one or two songs on here they released early, but they finally released the whole album. Came out the last month. Great stuff. Classic Crazy Licks harmonies, guitar riffs. Right in the wheelhouse for Crazy Licks. So, maybe lower top 10 of the album list this year, but definitely some good stuff on there.
All right. Yeah, for me, I've spun a lot of vinyl in the last week or so. One of the ones I put on the other night I hadn't listened to in a long time was Icon, Straight Between the Eyes. I forgot how much I really liked that album. It was great. And when we were getting... Actually, we were on the bus going back to the airport from the cruise, and I was sitting with Canada Rob, and we were talking and stuff, and he wanted me to check out the new Kill Switch Engage. This Consequence is the name of the album, and fantastic. I think it's like maybe 42 minutes or something like that. It's really good, like thrash, hard, heavy stuff. Some gruff vocals, some clean vocals. Just enough where I don't think BB would totally hate it. I think
Teeters. They do a cover of Holy
Teeters
Diver.
and Teeters, BB.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that one. Yeah,
and a little bit of YT, Mean Streak, and I did check out the new Smith Cossin 2. I really like that so far. It's a little heavier than the last one, I thought, and I did check out the LA Guns one too. I think like the first couple songs, like okay, and then it just fucking plummets. So not great. Maybe it's a grower. I don't know. It's a not great so far. So that's what we got. Brad's got some Kiss Crew, AC/DC, some Pretty Reckless. Also, so we got the Superfecta for the LA Guns here. And he's also got some Dorothy, Evanescence song for Dylan, Exodus, Beating Around the Bush, and Gary Holt book. LA Guns for BB also, Thumbs Down, Crazy Licks, Thrill of the Bite, Smith Kotzen, LA Guns, BC, Thumbs Down. A lot of Wednesday 13. We saw them, right?
We saw Murder Dolls.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the guy, though, right?
Wednesday 13 is the main guy in it, yeah. Okay.
For me, Icon, Kill Switch Engage, Smith Kotzen. Well, actually, Badlands. I put the new Badlands. I threw the first Badlands album on the other night.
I was going to say, new Badlands?
Not new Badlands. The Badlands album. Great. Friggin'
Wish it was on
That's like a no. Yeah, I think maybe the last song I don't like, but like other than that album's just like friggin'
gotta go to YouTube.
Yeah.
High Wire's an all-timer.
High Wire's great, man. I remember. I'm so glad I got to see them live. I saw them once. It was great. I was happy to see.
I got to see that song live at least.
At M3.
Yeah.
With, it was.
I can't remember who did it.
Red Dragon.
Was it Red Dragon?
Right?
But then he played that.
Was it John Corabi that did it? Somebody did it.
I don't know. It was Red Dragon Cartel at M3. It was. I forget who was singing though.
The Emperor stage.
On the top stage. Yeah. So that's what we got going. So let's get into the episode itself here. So I wanted to do, we've done Iron Maiden, Epic songs, Iron Maiden non-epic songs. So I wanted to do just an episode, 7 tunes each, and for songs that are, if you want to consider an epic song, a song over 6 minutes, that's kind of the parameters that I put on it. 6 songs?
Six.
I was gonna say,
It was 6 songs.
6 over
6 minutes.
It was 6. It was okay.
6 over 6.
It was thematically 6.
Okay. So we need one more person here. We get it in 6.
Everybody pick a song, quick.
So 6 songs. That's right. I apologize. I'm like kind of out of practice because we haven't recorded a lot lately because we had a couple in the can and then we recorded on the cruise.
We haven't been in the studio in a long time.
This is the first. Yeah, this is the first we've been here since before the cruise. So I'm a little rusty here. So we had 6 songs over 6 minutes. It had to be, but there was no Iron Maiden allowed, and there was no live tracks allowed. So I spun the magic wheel, and Dylan came up first again this week. What do you got, Dylan?
First off, I went very easy on all of you because I could have picked much longer songs. I have a whole plethora of long songs in my back pocket that I could have pulled out. And I just want the record to be stated. I could have done Dream Theater. I could have,
You could have picked something good.
BC!
BC! Jesus. Let the poor kid talk.
Yeah, I could have really hit you hard, but I didn't pick a single song over 10 minutes. So you're welcome. My method was I was kind of looking for songs that maybe some of the other people in the podcast had not heard before. Some stuff that I like or like from artists that maybe we don't cover as much or I cover too much, some might say. But we'll start with one of those. From King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, the only album I talk about from them, Petro-Dragonic Apocalypse or Dawn of Eternal Night and Annihilation of Planet Earth and the Beginning of Merciless Damnation. That's the album title. So the album title is long. And the song I picked, Converge, is 6 minutes and 16 seconds off of it. I love the time changes in this song. I love the singer's guttural, convert. I love that tone that he hits with that. There's a cool tribal drum section in the middle that's kind of a really good change of pace. And that's what I'd love to see in a longer song is kind of different movements. I like to see a band really kind of explore the space, kind of earn that thing with different time changes and things like that. The guitars in this are so punchy. There's a lyric that I pulled out that I found really great. Killer zigzags and flying kites, watch from the silence of space. What great stoner lyrics are those, right? It's just a great song. I love this band. They always change it up every time they put out a new album, and this album is kind of the one that speaks to me the most. Speaking of bands that have recently changed it up with their albums, Avenged Sevenfold, though I am not taking a song from their latest Life is a Dream album, I am taking it from The Stage, and I do the opening track, which is the title track, The Stage. 8 minutes and 32 seconds. I love the awesome tapping guitar riff at the beginning as the drums go crazy, and this is Brooks Wackerman's first appearance in the band. So nice little showcase for him there. I love the iconic Avenged Sevenfold ripping verses. It's got that great awesomeness to it. The chorus kind of acts as a breath taker, and I like that it slows down. And we get the dual guitar action that you always expect from Avenged Sevenfold in the solo. And then there's a nice slow acoustic part and some great electric lead on top of that. I just love the arrangements of this song from the band, and I really like this album as a whole. I think it's a pretty underrated album because they really go long with a lot of... the last track is 15 minutes long and has Neil deGrasse Tyson doing spoken word. So,
should we know who that is?
The physicist, Neil deGrasse Tyson? You've never heard of Neil deGrasse Tyson?
I skipped physics class.
Okay.
I told you not to.
The soloing in this song is fantastic. Sinister Gates and not Zacky Vengeance. No, it is Zacky Vengeance. I love the soloing, and the mood changes in this song are really great. So my next track is from Trivium, from their latest album, In the Court of the Dragon. 7 minutes and 11 seconds, The Shadow of the Abattoir. I love that the opening guitars sound very Ren Fair. It sounds like you're watching the jester dance in front of the king. Kind of Dance of Death-esque opening guitar stuff. And Matt Heafy's vocals are very soft at the beginning, and it's very different for Trivium, and I really enjoy that. And then the chorus gets heavier, and then after the second chorus, we get the classic Trivium heaviness, the soloing and the heavy screaming. The tempo pickup for the last chorus is really cool. I just think it's a fantastic Trivium song that really kind of runs the gamut in terms of moods. My next track, of course, I had to put Coheed and Cambria on here, off of their Vaxis Act 1, The Unheavenly Creatures album, at 7 minutes and 44 seconds, The Dark Sentencer. This song I picked because we get spoken word right at the beginning, and we get haze throughout the whole song. So, I figured what's not to like about that? I just think it's a great tone setter for the album. Really great guitar riffs in it. I love Claudio's vocals on this song. And this is an album that I really enjoyed, and it's kind of the first movement in like a new part of their story, because all their albums kind of follow a story of this like kind of intergalactic conflict, and this one is kind of the next part of it. And then the most recent 2 albums were kind of sequels to this album. Then I go to Rush, of course. Clockwork Angels album, Headlong Flight at 7 minutes and 19 seconds. The bass at the beginning, come on. I mean, Geddy Lee at his best, and even live they would have like the bassy like flashing on the screen as Geddy was doing the thing. I love that the beginning of this song feels almost like a remake of Bastille Day with like the like kind of drum and bass part to the guitar part. I love the stop and start syncopation of after the chorus. Really great. Great kick-ass Neil drum fill and solo in the middle. There's a wah pedal like filled solo from Alex. I love that each member of the band kind of gets to shine on this song. There's a lot of great bass from Geddy throughout the whole song. It's a really great showcase of the band, especially like as late in the tenor. I mean, it's their last studio album. So I really enjoyed it. And then my last song is actually the first song I released chronologically out of all of my songs from King Crimson, from the In the Court of the Crimson King album. Of course, probably their most well-known song, 21st Century Schizoid Man, at 7 minutes and 24 seconds. There's some weird machine noises at the beginning before a very jazzy intro. And this is, if you don't like jazz, you're probably not going to like this song. The alto sax throughout the song is great. This is a song that I think the bullhorn-esque quality of the vocals work for what the song is doing. I love the kind of the straight up jazz part after the second chorus, where the very like bebopping and scatting all over the place. You can hear the bass really going for a walk, and the horns are going nuts with the drums. And the only part of the song that I really don't like is this. There's this really squealy part kind of after that I could kind of do without, but. Other than that, love the song. I love the syncopation at like the 4.5 minute part. It really shows how tight the band is. This is just a song that I never get tired of. So those are my 6 tracks over 6 minutes long. Brad, what'd you think?
So good variety again. When I saw these, because Steve sent them to me, and he didn't say who it was from, and I knew immediately that this was you, just from listening to your show and being on episodes with you. But King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. So Slamfest crew member Craig is a fan of these guys. Didn't they put out like 3 albums in a year?
Yeah,
like a few years ago. Was it that? Yeah.
That,
okay.
Yeah.
So actually, fast, heavy riffing. The vocal kind of reminded me of Lemmy meets David Draymond from Disturbed. That's what it reminded me of. I haven't listened to them a lot, so this was kind of my first real exposure to them. But lots of parts in there, which again, when I think of an epic song, I think of lots of parts and changing directions and taking turns. So I think it fit the bill. Avenged Sevenfold. I love this guy's voice. I need to dive into them more. I don't listen to him enough. I've seen him once live, but I love his voice. The hammer-ons at the beginning, and then kind of settles in to a good mid-tempo groove, and love that it ends with kind of an acoustic, again, kind of that epic feel, ending quite differently than it started. Trivium. So I have never heard any Trivium before. I get low register vocal in there. Man, oh man, the chorus, they've got that gain cranked on the backing vocals, it was really popping off of my speakers. Not a huge fan of the kind of the scream vocals, but I think it with all the changes, I think it fit the bill. Soloing and then coming back into stuff and then back to soloing. So again, lots of parts in there. Coheed and Cambria, a little bit more familiar with these guys. And yeah, as you said, Dylan, that spoken word, and then there are haze throughout the whole thing. I kind of liked there was some falsetto kind of throughout in there, and then again liked that it ended with that piano just kind of adding to the epicness of the feel. Rush, Headlong Flight is a jam. Love this song. Love that it was on their last album, and you mentioned They All Get to Shine on here. What a jam. I just love it. No other words to describe it. Headlong Flight, they only mention it a couple times. I think that fits the bill as an epic song when you barely say the song title. And then King Crimson, yeah, not overly familiar with them, but the song is like you said, they're probably their most popular song, and lots of changes in there. And I read something, this might have been on the Wikipedia page, that I thought was interesting from Rolling Stone. They say a 7.5 minute statement of purpose, rock, power, jazz, spontaneity, and classical precision harnessed in a service of common aim, and as an early example of heavy metal. I thought that's a pretty cool description from Rolling Stone. So good list overall, Dylan.
Thank you. Dad, what'd you think?
Okay. Yeah, you Rolling Stone.
You can tell Rolling Stone magazine that my last words were, how about that?
Yeah. All right, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard converge. I love the cover.
The cover's
with the raptor on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking cool. Fucking very cool.
I love
good start.
Yeah. Is that the Geico lizard?
Yeah. Starts out a little quick drum thing, goes into it like fast grind. The drums you get that rapid drums in there. Then like a loose, heavy riff there. But like the vocals are like very Lemmy-like at times, I think, in this song. I get that kind of feel from it. They rock pretty good. It's a fun song. Not a favorite, but it's a good one. Avenged Sevenfold, I say it every time we do one of these songs. I need to listen to these guys more. It's got like that horror movie type organ at the beginning and the synth at the beginning there. Then you get that fretboard stuff at the beginning that is very cool. Like that double bass drumming. And it kicks up and it's just friggin' rocks. It's got like a crunchy, like grooving riff for the verses. The soloing is friggin' sick on here. Sick. Scary Stairs, or what's his name?
Sinister Gates.
Sinister Gates.
Scary Stairs.
Yeah,
scary.
Is he the lefty?
Sinister Gates, I believe, is the left-handed
Okay.
guitarist.
Because I remember seeing them live and I'm like, hey, one dude's left-handed. Sorry, Scary Stairs. But like the solo's absolutely ripping this one. There's like a cool little slowdown in the middle. The leads are melodic. And the guitar's just ripping this song. This is a killer track. I got Rush, Headlong Flight next. This is rockin' Rush. I love heavy Rush. And this, when we saw them do this live, I was like, what song is this? Because it was like the third song of the show, I think. And I wasn't that familiar with it at the time. And I was like, I just remember that riff and like that, just how the song just, it's called Headlong Flight, but it seems like the song just like takes off. And that, just the riff and the vocal cadence during the riff. I don't mind the little drum solo in there. It's 20 seconds or something like that. But like you're right, everyone in the band gets to shine on this song, like that doodle-doo, the bass, and Alex's solo just absolutely crushes on this one. Love it. I love heavy Rush. Trivium, Shadow of the Abattoir. I like this one. I like it. I haven't listened to Trivium in quite a while, and this one kind of harkens back to their older stuff, like maybe from the Crusade or like not quite Shogun, but a little earlier than that. I think some of it. I like the soft vocals. You're not used to that from Matt Hafey. kicks up at about a minute and a half in, then goes back down. Gets loud for the chorus, really ramps up like just under 4 minutes. Some killer soloing. That fast drumming, those like fucking blast beat, like they're just like rattle around in your head. Song rips. The drumming is sick on this one. Great pick. Coheed and Cambria, Dark Sentencer. Why did they call this song "Welcome Home"?
Because they already have a song called "Welcome Home."
Welcome home to welcome back home or something. Thing.
Welcome
back.
Dark
One of the most well-known songs.
Like the number one, the name of the band turns me off. Number two, the name of the song like doesn't help either. But it's good though. It's good. The haze in there are great. Dylan's tugging at my heartstrings there. It's got a good stomping feel to it when it gets going. It's got even a little gallop to it too in parts. I think some melodic vocals underneath. It was a good one. I didn't hate it. King Crimson, 21st Century Schizoid Man. Boy, Ozzy's version's way better. Okay, yeah, right. You always hear about this song. Like, people are like, this is like the be-all, end-all song. Like, it's good. It's weird. That jazz stuff is crazy in there. I hate the vocal effect on it, though. I think it sucks. I hate it. I hate it. Pretty much just a jam session. A lot of horns and drums and shit. The drums are sick banana drums in this one.
Whoa, sick banana drums.
Sick banana drums in this
yes.
one.
Especially for the time.
It's pretty good, but I don't think it's the be-all, end-all song that people claim it to be.
You think it's overhyped?
I do.
Okay. BC, what'd you think?
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. I like the guitar of it. Like everybody else said, when the vocals started, I immediately thought Lemmy. Not all the time, but it didn't. I really dig the music part. Vocals, when it wasn't the Lemmy parts, I was like, eh. But overall, good song. Avenged Sevenfold. Like Steve, I keep saying every time this comes up, like, I gotta listen to these guys more. This is what I go, if I want to hear Avenged Sevenfold, this is what I want to hear. I mean, the intro, musically cool, heavy, it has the vocals, the solo, and it just has everything thrown into one bag. Rush, Head Flight. This is rock and Rush, as I would say. Good vocals. The production, you can hear everybody evenly, perfectly. There's nobody's lost in the mix. The bass and that solo, some spoken. I don't know if it'd be spoken Giddy in there. I guess.
Yeah, I forgot about the spoken word. Yeah,
a little spoken word in there.
I don't know.
It's Dave Mustaine.
Yeah,
special guest
hey,
Dave
Rush,
Mustaine.
it's me.
But this song just stands out, total rocking. Trivium. The start of the song was different than the Trivium. Again, I haven't listened to him in a long time, but I was like, oh, okay. But after that one part, right before the minute or half minute before the solo, got more familiar, and then the solo tour, and then there's that second solo. I mean, I'm like, okay, this is more what I remember.
It took a little longer to get there.
Yeah, the middle was a little scary. Or the beginning, I'm sorry. Coheed and Cambria. I always get excited to hear these guys. And then I'm like, I don't know if I get, I'm Coheed.
You're hoping it's better than it is.
I don't know. Then it had that dark voice in the beginning, I think. Then the hey-hays throughout the song. I mean, I don't know. There was a borderline too many hey-hays.
They don't seem like a hey band.
No, I mean, I don't know. And vocally, I couldn't get into it. Musically, I liked, but vocally, it was like, just the vocals and
I love Claudio's.
There's
Sounds like a girl singing.
It did, but the last time we brought, I don't know, we did album by him.
It was I think
Claudio or something.
He changed. Yeah, he's over the board. Got him. King Crimson. Oh boy. And I put down, of course, if it has the '70s feel, it's different. A lot of shit going on in there. Not my thing. Vocals were, I don't know. I could do without the vocal thing, but some parts were cool. When I liked it. When I didn't, I didn't. But overall, different.
Didn't that come out in the 60s?
Yeah.
Is that a 60s song? 68, 69, somewhere in there? Yeah.
It definitely has this.
Yeah,
Good
for
year
sure.
for people. Not
It was
so much for
1969.
9,
songs.
yeah.
That was the year after I was born.
Good year for sure.
They missed the vote.
Okay, BB, do you like jazz?
Well, you know what? I'll go backwards.
Yeah.
Because these guys are saying they don't like the vocals of the 21st century Schizoid man.
Schizoid.
Schizoid man. There's only There's only fucking 40 seconds of actual vocal in this whole song.
The rest are...
And 6 minutes and 43 of acid, progressive, jazzy, rock shit. No.
I love the jazzy part.
I don't understand, like, that album is always on...
You see it everywhere.
All the
Everywhere,
way. Like, everyone...
yeah.
I have it. I've never listened to it.
Like, I don't... I guess I'm not
Top
in the
50 list
acid,
for
progressive,
everything
jazzy rock. But, you guys are saying the vocals. I'm like, shit, there's only fucking 40 seconds of vocals in the whole fucking song.
That was 40 seconds of...
Because at least I can understand what he's singing.
It was too much.
It was 40 seconds. Wait, should have been an instrumental. The Dark Sentencer from Coheed and Cambria. I actually love this song. The vocals were great, I thought. Very easy on the ears. The music was really good, too. And, everybody's saying about too many yeahs, but I thought it was great. It was one of my favorite on your list. The next one from Trivium, The Shadow of the Avatar. Love the theatrical chorus in this one. It just, every once in a while, it teeters to the heavy vocals that I can tolerate and can't tolerate. But that was another one I really, really enjoyed. Headlong Flight from Rush. Classic rock and Rush sound. That 5 minute and 10 minute mark, they go off in that musical, just crazy run. Absolutely fan-fucking-tastic. I love we can actually hear all three instruments. The song is produced well. The Stage from Avenged Sevenfold. Great rocker. Love the drums in this one. The vocals are great. I love the whine in the first guitar solo. And then the second guitar solo gets real angry and heavier. I love that one. And then Converge from King Gizzard. See, I don't know what it was. It seems like there was like two vocalists at times. And then like one sounded like a Lemmy and then one sounded like Rob Halford with like laryngitis. I couldn't understand what was going on. Do they have two singers? The music was great. It just, me and my stupid vocalness, I couldn't understand that one either. So, I don't know. Not bad.
Okay.
All right. Everybody went, right?
Yep.
All right. All right, BC, you came up on the wheel next, I think, buddy. Yes, you did. What do you got?
Forgive me, all.
6, BC. Give me 6.
6.
6 is
the
good.
last 2 days I was looking at my list going, I don't know why I picked these songs.
I was asking myself the same thing.
Yeah.
And then
I triple that one.
I went through my notes, and of course I have 3 different notes for epic ones, and I'm like, why? And then I came in tonight, I go, Steve, what's the perimeters of this episode? It was like over 6 minutes. I'm like, I
picked them in a fugue state.
I don't know. It's just the way my life's been going lately, but I picked 6 songs. I mean,
all right.
And apparently they're
They
over.
made it. They made it.
They're over 6 minutes, but I don't know. When I look back at this, I'm like,
I have no memory of this.
I have no memory why I would pick these songs. Not that they're bad. I'm just saying I don't know when it comes to epic songs why I picked them anyways. But anyways, here we go. Candlebox, always a band I've loved since when they first came out. They're labeled grunge, but I thought they were more rock than grunge back when they first came out. I love Kevin's vocals. I mean, his voice is such a great thing. This song has a great guitar tone, I think. Drums, of course, are awesome. And it has everything I go to Candlebox for. Next band, Kid Tracy, Blood Brothers. To me, this is a band that, of course, came out at the wrong time. They had a different feel to them. Vocally, he had a distinctive vocal compared to other bands at the time. Their arrangements throughout some of the songs, not necessarily this one, but a lot of other ones, were totally different for the time. They just came out too late. Track 3, Dream Child with You Can't Take Me Down. Really dig this whole album. Great Goldie. I remember he came in Dio and I was not down with it, but I like his stuff other than Dio. Not that I don't like the Dio stuff, but he did. I don't know. Dio and just
stage presence didn't seem to be.
Yeah, just it's like nails on a chalkboard for me. I don't know, but so underrated. This album has good players in it. very different feel with this whole album. Which I don't know why I picked these songs. I'm really trying to. My fourth pick is Dr. Butcher, The Chair, John Oliva, and some Sabotage. Him and Chris O'Cafferty, guitar player. This was like a side project they did. To me, I love it because it's just so much heavier and angrier than Sabotage. Sabotage kind of got they went the
little theatrical
epic type Vinge, and these guys put this out as just angry and real heavy riffs, and just love it. Track 5, I guess picked Great White. I love this song. It's a slow song. Love Is Lie. I mean, to me, Mark Kindle's guitar solo one takes this song to the top. Right from the beginning with the lead in with the piano in the background. They know how to do it. And of course, I close out with probably my most epic song on this list. Megadeth's Holy Wars, the Punch Me 2. I had to put my boys on here because I just love this from the iconic opening riff of Marty Freeman to what they consider the real classic lineup of Megadeth. Nick's drumming, to me, I wish he
had his shit together.
Had his shit together more than he did and stayed with the band. I wonder how their sound would continue. But this is just, to me, an epic Megadeth song. All right. Brad, what do you think?
Yeah, so I said a variety from Dylan. This is a variety from you too, BC, but love Candlebox. I thought, actually, initially, I thought this might have been BB with starting off with Candlebox 90s stuff. Well, a great song. Love, like you said, Kevin's vocals is so good. Love that song and that band. Kick Tracy, yeah. Underrated, like you said, maybe came out wrong time. I love Shero's voice. Again, he's got some Axl-isms in there. Kind of the backing vocals during the verse I thought were a little bit odd, but the whoa-ohs, there you go, Steve, some whoa-ohs, Blood Brother in there. Great stuff. And then kind of a false ending there at the end, some piano in there as well. Love it. Yeah, Dream Child, You Can't Take Me Down. Dio. I mean, it sounds like a Dio song, which is not a bad thing. So not overly original, but with Goldie in there, it's gonna probably have a Dio feel to it. Dr. Butcher, The Chair, never heard of this, but was actually a fan of the vocal. And I again always try to think about somebody new that I'm hearing and who it reminds me of. So I thought Udo and Jesse Dupree. that's what I got out of the vocal. But yeah, breakdown changes directions, riffing more upbeat there, and outro enters some keys or orchestration, which I thought was cool. Great White, Love Is a Lie. So Psycho City, that I think that's their best album.
Yes.
Out of everything. I think Hooked and Psycho City are better than Once Bitten and Twice Shy, for sure. So yeah, Jack's vocal on there. I mean, it's haunting, man, with that piano and he just nails it. And then Megadeth, Holy Wars. What can you say? Best parts of the song, I think, are the first $1:30 and the last minute. The first all instrumental, and then the last with the vocals, the Mercy Killings stuff. Just that is epic for sure. So. Good pick. Good variety.
Alrighty. A quick note real quick. Kick Tracy, I love the double bass part in the solo. I left that out in my opinion. God knows why. Dylan.
Okay. Yeah, Candlebox, I really liked. Every time you put out Candlebox, I end up enjoying them. And this song was no different. Blood Brother, I was like, he's getting around Iron Maiden by picking a song that's just one letter off of an epic Maiden song. But this was good. I really liked the solos in this one. I think that's what really kind of drew me to that one. You Can't Take Me Down. So, do you know what the Uncanny Valley is? Like, where something looks so close to being human, but like it's just off and like it's weird, like kind of a CGI person, say, that looks like almost real, but like there's just like something in the eyes that doesn't look right, like Tarkin in Rogue One, Uncanny Valley kind of situation. This was that for me, where I'm like, this is so close to Dio, but it's not Dio, and it makes me uncomfortable. And
there's like 3 guys from Dio in this band.
That's what I mean. But like the vocals, I mean, specifically.
Just the vocals.
Like the vocal, it's like
Wright.
Simon Wright and somebody
it's like they
else.
got like a,
yeah, so there's your 3 Dio guys. Yeah,
and I looked and I'm like, okay, it's the guys from Dio, so that makes sense. But like
who sings that?
The guy, the unknown guy.
It sounds like a Dio impersonator, and I
West
felt
guy.
very uncomfortable.
That West.
No, I heard. Okay, I haven't done. Yeah, Rudy Sarzo, Simon Wright in drums, and then the other guitar player was that guy that we saw MSG up in.
Oh, the rhythm guy
playing the damn bag Daryl.
Oh, okay.
He's a guitar player, and then the vocalist I said is somebody they got from across the street.
Yeah, I was just too like weirded out by it. And I also wanted to listen to "You Can't Bring Me Down" by Suicidal Tendencies instead. The Chair by Dr. Butcher. I really ended up liking this one. And I'm very surprised that you were talking about, the Savatage connection to it. Because, like, I like this a lot better than Savatage. It's angry. And, like, it's heavy. And, like, the guitar, it's kind of what I want from Savatage. It's like, when I like Savatage, it's, like, of this kind of through line, and this was really, really good. Love Is a Lie, it's not what I quite go to Great White for, but I still, I really like the song. But, like, I go more for, like, the bluesy, like, rockin' stuff from them. But, I mean, you can't knock Jack Russell's vocals. Like, amazing. And then Holy War's The Punishment Due. I love that Dave Mustaine was like, okay, what are 2 subjects that I can put together? Let's see. The conflict in Israel and the Punisher. It's like, what? Come on, Dave. Give me a break. But I mean, this is a classic song. This album is fantastic. I do love the transition from the Holy Wars part to the Punishment Due part with the kind of Middle Eastern inspired acoustic kind of riff that goes into the like really, really good. But it's a definitely a great song to put on the list, and an easy hell yeah from me on that one. But very good list, BC, besides the Uncanny Valley factor of Dream Child.
Me?
What do you got?
All right, Candlebox, Change. I like these guys. I like that first album. I don't know if I've heard any of their other stuff. They have like two more albums. They just did one, right?
Oh, they have a bunch.
Okay.
We got 2 live albums.
Oh, okay. I like this one. Clean guitars, little understated vocals in there, little shuffling drums going on there. I've heard this. This is one of those songs that I've heard a ton of times, but never known the name of the song. That's been coming up a lot lately, actually, on the podcast here. I like the grinding part in the middle. The drums are killer on this one. Great guitar tone for the solos, riffs. The riff underneath is really good. Kick Tracy. I haven't heard these guys in a long time. Blood Brother thumping drums on this one. Starts out again with a little clean guitar. I didn't know this one. I'm sure I've heard it before. I've heard the album before, but
It's on the EP.
oh, okay. Well, that's probably why. I like the vocals. The singer reminds me of the guy from Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah.
I thought it sounded just like him.
He has it.
Broken Stairs.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
you said.
Rusty Nail.
Rusty Nail.
I'm surprised you didn't bring up the cool ride cymbal during the chorus.
I did.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I went back after my.
Okay. I remember you said
figured I
the
could
double
do it.
bass, but I like the ride cymbal.
Oh, the
in there.
ride and the double.
The solo's good, but it's a little short, but it's good. The breakdown towards the end is really good. Like the long fade out though, and that piano thing at the end. That's just the kind of thing that's just kind of like that's what put it over 6 minutes. That shit, I think.
Stuck in it.
Dream Child, the singer, I looked it up. His name is Diego Valdez.
Yeah, that guy.
Brother of Juan Valdez of Colombian Coffee.
He's
Or
going to
whatever
mix
it
the
was, right?
coffee.
Coffee.
And Wayne Findlay is the guy.
Wayne Findlay,
The bass player or whatever.
Second
guitar player, whatever.
Fit Finley.
Yeah. Dream Child. And actually, I had this song on my list. BC threw it in there, so I took it off. The first 2 chords of this song are Heaven and Hell.
All right.
I'm like, holy shit. And I'm like, what is it? Like, rewind. And it's like the first 2 chords of the song are Heaven and Hell. And so is the vocal cadence, too. The vocal cadence is heaven and hell, too, when you listen to it. I like it. Talk about a Dio vibe. It's, you know, the guys cashing in on Dio music, which I enjoy. I think it's good. I bought it as soon as it came out. I really enjoy it. The kick in is really good. It's got a, and actually, the riff during the solo, it's very White Snake-ish. It's very slided in.
Maybe that's why I didn't like it.
Slided in, slow and easy type feel to the riff. I think the soloing is good. Not a standout, but it's good. Dr. Butcher in the chair. I remember when this came out. It's like this is like Sabotage was headed down the road. They took the left, and Dr. Butcher took the right. Heavy song with some killer soloing in it. Chris Caffrey, friggin' great. Plenty of grindage in there. I love the tempo change in the middle. I love when bands do that. And Sabotage does. That's one thing that they kind of kept them. Sabotage-isness is the tempo change. But I love it when John Oliva sings those rapid vocals. I love it when he does that. Like on Paragons of Innocence. Gotta let it. I love that type of thing. The solo in it cranks. I haven't heard this one in quite some time. I love it. Good pick, BC. Great White, Love Is a Lie. You've picked this before on the show. It's a great one. See what I did there? I like it. It's great. And the interplay between Jack Russell's vocals and Mark Kendall's melodic guitar is just absolutely fantastic. Great when they played this live. Excellent. Megadeth, Holy Wars, Punishment Due. Yeah, this is like two songs just like fucking slapped together. It's cool though. I like it. You know, it's that little acoustic break in the middle. You know, it's like, but like Brad, I think I don't know. Brad said it too. The soloing is just like at the end when that it's just killer. And that is by far my favorite Megadeth album. Yeah. I would go to Cryptic Writings next, but
I think at one point they opened and closed their show with Holy Wars.
They're pulling in fucking Europe.
I think it was in like that
Alice Cooper
concert.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cooper.
Yeah.
Boy, I did not like when he did Schools Out like 5 times.
That was horrible. You want to see shitty? See Night Ranger do it every fucking show.
BB, finish it up.
I love you.
You know I love you, BC, right?
I know.
Okay. Just want to get that out there. Change from Candlebox. Great song. We fucking played the shit out of this album at one of the local bars, shooting darts, me and Big Girth. Killer kick in. Fucking shit ton of grindage in that song. Just fucking the grindage off the fucking charts. Guitar work is amazing. Great pick. Great album. Blood Brother from Kick Tracy. His vocals are just so recognizable. It just something with that in my ear is like my ears are like they perk up and like you know it's like that Kick Tracy vocal cadence that he brings. Great rocking song. And I almost like what Steve said. I said, what the fuck is this 10 seconds of a piano? I guess you had to make it to 6 minutes.
Yeah, BC called
BC
like,
needs this song.
Could you extend
Can
this
you
out?
Napster a 10-second piano in this?
This is now known as the BC mix.
BC mix.
You Can't Take Me Down from Dream Child. Love this one. This is like Dio's little brother. Greg Goldie and the guys just bring the Dio grindage to this album. The Chair from Dr. Butcher. Cool, rocking, like spooky-ish song in a way. You know, you almost get, not like sound-wise, but you get like the creepy King Diamond feel in there. Guitar work is off the charts, especially at the outro solo. Probably a highlight for me on that one. Love Is a Lie from Great White. It starts out with that piano guitar, I'm all in. Jack's emotional vocal delivery is so fucking good. Then you get a little piano solo. Once again, Mark Kendall's guitar work is so good on that one. And then Holy Wars from Megadeth. Psst, it's Megadeth. You know, super fast, super big, super loud, super good. Music is off the charts. It's It's Megadeth. It's probably one of their greatest songs they ever wrote. Great list, BC. I just wanted to make sure you knew I loved you. That's all.
I got nervous.
His love is not a lie.
That's right.
His
It's
love
not.
is not a lie.
And that's it.
And you're up, BB.
And I'm up.
You're up.
All right.
Here we go.
All right. So other than not like BC, I know that I just airmailed this one in because BB does not like songs over 6 minutes. And I just went through my phone like, fuck, I don't have a lot of songs over 6 minutes. I guess I don't like songs over 6 minutes.
That's a shame.
I like to be punched in the face and go home. But, yeah, I really...
I can punch you in the face if you want to go home.
All right. BC, read these for me. All right, so the first song I picked was Without You from Van Halen 3. Always like to throw this album out there because, everybody loves to hate this album, and I don't know why. I thought Gary's a great fit. Sounds great vocally on here. Eddie's full of new tricks in this song. Guitar work all over the place. The release this as a single. I think they even made a video. So that one was over 6 minutes. The next one, just to get righty going, Say Hello to Heaven from Temple of the Dog. Slower song that showcases Chris Cornell's vocals. He wrote this as a tribute to his roommate Andrew Wood, who we will hear from later.
Yep.
From Mother Love Bone, who passed away.
Get rid of bone.
Yeah. Just has a really good delivery of his vocals, and then also you got Mike McGreedy tearing it up on a very emotional solo in there. Song number 3 from Led Zeppelin, Dazed and Confused. I love the darky, murky feel to this one. Jimmy's guitar work is just so great in here. It has a heavier kick-in sound. I can do it with all the moans and the groans every once in a while, but man, fucking the drums on the song are the best part of the song, off the scale. Absolutely crazy. Then I go to Guns N' Roses with Rocket Queen. Great rock and deep track off of Appetite. Slash just kills it on this whole song, just through the riffs and the soloing. Just a great, great song. Then I go to Ozzy with No More Tears. Righty. Harpo music.
I know it.
Every time I hear this song,
It says right there.
Harpo music. Local band used to tear this song to pieces. So good. But it starts up with that Zach slide guitar sound.
It does not. It starts off with the bass.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do not erase the bass.
Kill the bass.
No erasing the bass.
Starts off with a really good bass line. Then Zach comes in with a very cool slide guitar part, full of pinch harmonics. There's a cool keyboard section in there. And Righty, I'm going to say this solo's sick bananas just because it's Zach. Then my next song is from...
We can skip it. We don't
Dylan's favorite.
We don't have to talk about it.
I didn't write it down.
Good. For a reason. For a good reason.
And then my last song is Slide It In off the Slide It In album from Whitesnake. And if you listen to Slow and Easy off the Slide It In album, I'm going off my brain because I don't even have it written down. If you listen to the reversion, was it 2014, the U.S. mix? Or
2019.
2019? You can hear John Sykes on there tearing it up. And just a great song. Love the bluesy rock sound to it. Coverdare's vocals are great. You even get like a whole little clappy section going on in the soloing. Just making everybody happy, Dale. Look at everybody's clapping at the table, and you're just sitting there looking at us.
Yeah.
He's like, I will not clap.
I don't want to clap. This song sucks.
And you can't make me.
All right, so there's my cheesy 6 picks. So go ahead, BC.
Hey, we got Van Halen, Without You. I like Alex's drums. I think that might be the best part of the song. Nothing else catches me, and I've tried many times. To me, Gary don't fit. I'm sorry. I don't know. I tried. I accepted Sammy because I like Sammy. I like Gary. I like Gary, but
Not in Van
Stick to
Halen.
extreme, Gary.
Not in Van Halen. I'm sorry, no. Temple of the Dog, Say Hello to Heaven. This was always on the radio back in the day. I can listen to it. It's too down, too slow for me overall. But it's not bad to it. Led Zeppelin, Days Confused. This is when I'm in the mood for Zeppelin. You gotta play this song. And then the drums, like you said, John Bonham just blows it out when it kicks in. Love that.
Angry
Gonzo.
Gonzo.
Angry. But when that kicks in, love.
And then John Paul Jones on.
But love that one. Guns N' Roses, Rocket Queen. This is just classic. I remember this came out, and I mean, these guys are so different when they came out compared to what else is around here. Epic, just total rockin'. Just this song has such a groove. Just love it. Ozzy Osbourne, No More Tears, the iconic opening bass line, and then with the keys and such a heavy riff. I don't know, is that Ozzy speaking? And that build up right before the solo. Love.
Going forward.
Like you said, Harpo tore us up. Harpo tore us up more than we were torn up in the crowd.
Close a couple nights.
Close a few nights. White Snake, Slow and Easy. This is classic Whitesnake. I mean, this is. I remember.
Didn't Harpo do this too?
They might have.
I want to say they did.
They might have.
Text Billy. Hey.
Like I said, there's been a few times we've seen Harpo. A little blurry, but
Yeah.
But I love this song. Like, just you got that guy.
See?
No monkey.
Yeah,
This,
do
one.
it again.
This is people clapping. You don't see
No monkey with the
no
cymbals.
monkey on this one though. I get the guitar sound, the drums, Cozy Powell. I believe he was on this one at the time.
Yeah.
I guess. All I gotta say is.
All right, Dill.
Okay.
Give it to me straight, buddy.
I'll go backwards. No More Tears. Ozzy.
You missed one.
On my playlist, it's at the back end. This is a classic Ozzy song. I think it's one of Zach's best solos. Like, the solo is so good, especially coming off of, like, the slow part. Like, the build up to the solo is so good. Like, that is how you do it. Like, I get chills just thinking about it. With Rocket Queen, I find it funny that you didn't like the moans and groans and Dazed and Confused, but you didn't mention the moaning and.
But there's a lot of more moaning and groaning, and then
It's not coming from a guy.
that's true too.
I love just like the tone change at the end of this song. Like, it just becomes kind of like upbeat and like kind of happy.
Yeah.
I love that for like so good. Like Axl's like weird vocalisms on that first album are just like what always bring me back to the yeah, or that's actually from You Could Be Mine, the yeah, but the like at the end of Mr. Brownstone with the yowza.
Yeah,
Yowza. Good classic song. Dazed and Confused. Yeah, John Bonham steals the show on this. His drum fills are fantastic. I think that Robert Plant's vocals are so, and I like that he doesn't like start the vocals at the start of the riff. He starts early, so it's like slightly off of like the thing, because like it doesn't start with the bum bum. He goes and like by the time he's at Dazed is when the bum bum comes in, which like it's just like just off, and it makes it really fits the title of the song. It's like Dazed and Confused. Yeah. But I always really like that. Say Hello to Heaven. I mean, come on, Chris Cornell and Eddie Vedder. The fact that this was just one album, Dad, come on. Mike McCready's guitar work on it, just great. Temple of the Dog is a great album. He could have picked Hunger Strike, Dad.
Ooh, see?
It's on the table.
See?
But this is good. How could Chris Cornell's vocals get so high up on this album,
God. Especially towards the end.
Yeah,
oh my
but on this
God.
song, yeah, holy shit. Without You, it's interesting that we have two Gary Cherone songs tonight, and neither one sound like the band that it's in, like that he's currently in. Like this does not sound like Van Halen. I think this is one of the songs that I don't mind on the album.
Like I think it's okay. I love like that one instrumental part, like that kind of like jammy part that they do. That's kind of cool. The chorus sounds completely different than the verses of the song. It sounds like a whole other song kind of shoved in there. I like the verses song better than the chorus song. But I don't think that this is a bad song, and it's definitely not my least favorite on your list. So let's get to Whitesnake. I had to listen to this song twice.
Yeah!
Because somebody put the wrong version of it on the playlist.
God damn it, Brad.
And I had to listen to it twice, so I'm not happy. And you're talking about the clapping. They had to put the clapping in because they weren't sure the crowd was going to clap. They had to tell them, "Oh, here's where you clap, everybody. Everybody trade rabbits. Come on, you gotta clap now."
It was a click track. They forgot to get rid of it.
The fact that they had to build in the crowd participation in the actual song tells you all you need to know. That's all I got to say about that.
Drop the mic.
Oh, that's
That's
good.
not even going to be... I still have another song I got to talk about later that I'm mad about.
Wow.
Yeah, Brad's still got to go.
He's starting to stutter.
All right, Righty.
Okay.
You're suffering on this part, too.
Whitesnake. Slide it in. Or Slow and Easy from Slide It In. I think this song's fucking awesome. I've always loved this song. Great. It was great live. John Sykes at his best. I love the build on it. The snare from Cozy Powell is great. The kick drum goes right through your chest. Killer singable chorus. Live, amazing song. The chorus is so singable though. Like everyone here is singing it now. I know you are. Don't try not to. All right, second song. Van Halen, Without You. BB's campaign to foist Van Halen 3 on us continues. And I think BC said it best. I like Alex's drums on this one.
And that's all I'll say about that.
That's all I'm going
The
to say.
chorus is terrible. More rap-like vocals from the guy that should have never been in the band. I like Gary. I'm like BC. I like him, but he's not VH material. I want to hear Mitch Malloy sing this fucking song.
Wow.
All right?
Wow.
That's what I want to hear.
That's it.
And actually, BC, I put it there. I like the drum sound. I also like Alex's drums. The solo is good, just meh plus. Temple of the Dog, Troll Song number 2. Say Hello to Heaven. Is this
There,
the long-
BC's even
I
singing
think
it.
this is the longest song on the list, I think.
Really?
Maybe.
Everybody's this?
No, there's like a 10-minute song.
Yeah.
Is there-
How
well,
long-
it's
yeah,
the
how
second
long is
longest
Say
song.
Hello to Heaven. What is it, 8? I don't know.
It should
Seven
be like
something.
it should be like a fucking 2-minute song. This song is just fucking boring as fuck. It's terrible. Got that
It's only
whiny
6 minutes and 22
got
seconds.
that Pearl Jam whiny thing. It feels like it's
It
20
opens up the
minutes.
album. Would you believe
That's
it?
right.
Oh God, I'd pick a poonie. Although I hate littering, it would be out the fucking window. Boring. Led Zeppelin, Days Confused. I like this one. I'm a hits guy for Zeppelin. I've said that a billion times. I like this one. I love the pickup at the end, and everyone. This is kind of like the Rush song that Dylan had of BB's list. Like everybody gets to shine on this song. And I like the solo because like there's one part of the solo where it sounds like he fucks it up a little bit. And it's just kind of left in there. It seems like he kind of misses or fucks up the strings or something like that. But it kind of adds to the charm of it, I think.
They ran out of tape.
Guns N' Roses, Rocket Queen, absolutely love it. Got to see them play this and the Slash. Come on, this is the song when the Slash would when he was doing some Guns N' Roses song in his Slash featuring Miles Kennedy and the Conspirators shows. When they would do a couple Guns N' Roses, this is the one that he would extend. There's a 17-minute version of it that I foisted on these guys for the live thing, and so this is one of the BBs paid me back for, I guess, on some of these picks. But just fantastic that riff, and it is weird that shift at the end kind of gets all kind of happy and shit. Ozzy, No More Tears. Hard to believe that BB picked the song with Zach in it. Unbearded Zach at that. Classic song, Harpo favorites, the pitch harmonics, the grindage, the friggin' slide, the solo. Song fucking rips. Love it.
Nice.
So let's see.
It's the proto Perry Mason.
It is. Let's see.
4 for 6.
Yeah, that's not a bad
That's
average.
not bad for me. Usually
bad.
it's 1 for 6.
That's not bad. That's true. Oh yeah.
All right, Brad, give me at least 5 for 6 then, there.
Yeah, no, yeah.
These
Are all. I mean, these are all well-known songs. So yeah, I don't think there's a bad one in here, BB. Actually,
See,
without
listen
Van
to
Halen,
Brad.
that song gets a lot of shit, obviously, because of the Sharon era. It's not a bad song. It just seems odd that like the pre-chorus backing vocals are so underwhelming, and that's for a Van Halen song, and backing vocals are underwhelming. That seems a little bit odd. I think the chorus sounds like a Hagar era song. Actually, I think Sharon sounds like Hagar from time to time on this album specifically. But love the solo. You guys all mentioned that. Temple of the Dog, Say Hello to Heaven. I mean, Cornell's vocal. That's all I'm going to say about that song, but love it. Dazed and Confused. Yeah, I mean, it's a epic Zeppelin song, kind of a haunting vibe in there. You guys have talked about the drum fills and all of that. It's just got a cool vibe to it. Guns N' Roses, Rocket Queen, favorite song off of Appetite for me. Love his double-tracked vocal and that effect they put, the flangey effect they put on his vocals. Great. And people talk about the sound effects in there, and some people sit there and claim that it's fake and it's not real. I don't care what anybody says. That's Axl fucking somebody in the studio. It absolutely is. And then Dylan, you mentioned the last 240. It's like a different song completely. I mean, it takes a left turn, which is actually pretty cool. And again, I think that's what makes it epic. Ozzy, No More Tears. Yeah, I mean, the bass intro and that riff just cracks your skull, and the breakdown in there again makes this song epic, I think, as well. And then Whitesnake, Slow and Easy, Close Your Ears, Dylan. Perfect song. And I mean, the slow bluesy intro, the machine gun drumming, yes, the hand clapping. But I can still remember I had, my room was across the hall from my brother, and when he bought this album, I think in real time, I mean, he would go back, he'd lift the needle and go back just to that hand clapping part and just crank his Pioneer stereo, and it just shook the whole upstairs of our house. And great memories. But yeah, I mean, BB overall, great list.
Thank you. At least somebody has some musical taste here.
There you go.
I only disliked one of your songs.
I'm just more picking on your dad.
I only dislike the shitty ones. All right, there's BB's, Dylan's, and Brad's, BC's.
Yeah.
First 3 lists, and Brad's going to intro our gem song. What do you got, Brad?
Yeah, so sticking with the theme, obviously wanted to stay epic. So yeah, originally I sent these guys the song Bolero by Joseph Maurice Ravel, which is just a classical. God, I don't even know how long it is, 18 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever. Yeah, it was funny. Couple of the responses I got, but yeah, that was a joke, and I teased them saying that I had a story with this. So the fraternity I pledged in college, which was freaking Animal House. Just picture Animal House, and that was the fraternity that I pledged. But the initiation, they made us listen to that song. I swear to God, I heard that song 200 times during initiation, sitting in a room in the dark. So it is ingrained into my head. So when we were talking about these epic songs, that unfortunately came back to me, and I had to throw it out there. But that's not the song. That's not the song we're going to hear. So
at least it
since
wasn't
Maiden was left off limits for the episode, figured let's go with something from them for the gem song. But let's go back to the reunion album when Bruce and Adrian came back. So Brave New World in 2000. Here is Ghost of the Navigator.
Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed some Maiden there, some Ghost of the Navigator, my favorite song on Brave New World. And actually, Brad, what's your favorite song on Brave New World?
It might be that one, actually.
Okay, BB, how about you?
Blood Brothers.
I love it.
Blood Brothers for BB. What do you got, BC?
I'm going to down, man. Blood Brothers is a great song.
Yeah.
Okay, Phil, how about you?
I got to go Wicker Man just because like it was like the return of everybody like right at the front, hard, punch in the face right at the beginning.
Ghost of the Navigator, like I said, is mine, and I think that's a perfect second song too.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, absolutely. I agree with that.
Yep.
Absolutely love it. All right, so we'll get back into the lists. I'm up next. So I started out with one of my favorite bands. I've loved these guys since they came out with their debut out in 1983. And finally got to see them live at M3, the last M3 that we went to, which was probably 5 years ago now, at least, probably. And the band is Zebra, and this is from the debut album. The song is 7 minutes and 21 seconds, Dylan. And the song is Take Your Fingers From My Hair. I know we've talked about this song, the Dream Theater version, like a couple years ago, that Dylan picked on one of the cover songs album or episode or something. Soft acoustic start, some little melodic synthesizers in there, great soft Randy Jackson vocals, not American Idol Randy Jackson, the good one. The drums kick in at about 1:45. The little pre-chorus comes in. Then Randy goes very high vocally for the chorus. Then it comes back down. The song's got that BB roller coaster feel to it. I love how the second, for like the second verse, the drums come in and that kick drum from Guy Gelso is just doom, is fantastic there. And then it goes back up for the great riff during the chorus is great. At about 5.5 minutes, you get another shift with a musical bridge there. Some really kick-ass drum fills there. Randy Jackson absolutely tears up the solo on this one. But then, like during that last part, it's Felix Henneman is the bass / keyboard player in the band. So that last part, that do 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 is keyboards. It's not bass. It's weird how they do that on that last part. It's a keyboard part, not a bass part, but absolutely killer. I've always loved this song. I always like the up and down and the tempo changes in it. Number 2, Accept, Princess of the Dawn, 6 minutes and 15 seconds from the Restless and Wild album. This song is like such a slow burn to it. It's got some grinded, some softer Udo vocals to start. Still killer live. Udo has done it live. Accept does it now with Mark Taranello. Always a fan favorite. Great chanting for the crowd. This song was made to chant, and it didn't even have any claps in it, Dylan. Third song, Saxon Crusader, title track from the 1984 album, I believe. And 6 minutes and 34 seconds. I've always loved the production on this album. Like that clean guitar at the beginning is so like crisp sounding. The drums are great. I love when you get the "Who dares battle the Saracens?" You get those drums. Just like the production on it is fantastic. Still a favorite to this day. The soloing is killer on this song. Always a great live track. This is a band that we've talked about it before. Never thought we were going to get to see these guys live. I think I've seen them 4 times already. Freaking great. And fourth track, My Boys, Black Country Communion, from the Black Country Communion 4 album. The song is called The Crow. This is another one of those songs that everybody in the band gets to shine on. Sick bass tone, do right at the beginning there. Glenn's vocals, I love it. Glenn still sounds amazing. And people don't realize what a excellent bass player this guy is too. He's fucking fantastic. He's a great bass player. The piano chords are really cool during the chorus. I love the driving feel of this song. Of course, Joe Bonamassa on guitar. I mean, come on. In the middle of the song is why I really picked this, because like there's a section where everybody, like that little bass solo that Glenn Hughes gets to have there. And then Derek Sherinian does that friggin' cool keyboard solo. Then Joe Bonamassa comes in, tears it up. Jason Bonham holding down the beat. Just an amazing super group. Every member gets to kick some ass. Just I love it. This is one of my favorite songs of theirs, like, overall. Then I got a little heavier on this one. I went to Exodus, 6 minutes and 22 seconds. The song is Downfall from Exhibition B album. Killer heavy track. That beginning to it. And this is also an Andy Sneap produced album, by the way. The main riff, when that kicks in, it just absolutely rips your head off. Rob Duke's on vocals. When he starts to sing, you're like, oh my God, this guy just fucking just going for it. The gang vocals for Downfall. It kind of slows down with some slinky bass for the bridge. You get that fall. They have a video for this one too. It's kind of like a courtroom scene, and the kids are just like fucking headbanging in the jury box. It's really cool. Although there's no real solo in this song. There's that kind of melodic thing goes there, but like this song just kicks all kinds of ass. It's just heavy, Exodus at their best. And the next song from the Golgotha album, another favorite of Dylan's, Wasp. And the song is called Miss You. 7 minutes and 41 songs of excellence, Dylan.
I missed the whole song.
The reason I picked this song is for two reasons. I think Blackie's vocals are that soulful, like lower range for a lot of it. Very heartfelt and heartbreaking vocals, are very emotional, I think, on this one. And then Doug Blair's soloing on this album is just absolutely amazing. Sick bananas. And this rivals, for me, when BC and I saw Wasp at Tink's back for the Hell Dorado tour, Chris Holmes was back in the band. He did a killer, amazing solo for Sleeping in the Fire for the first album. And we were just like blown away by that. This soloing on this song rivals that for me. Just amazing. And I love the crisp production on this one. And that's what I got. So what do you got for me, BB?
Alrighty. From Zebra, take your fingers from my hair. I say that to a lot of people.
You have so much hair.
Yeah,
right after
right?
you shave your head, right?
Yeah, exactly. Great roller coaster song, but I definitely like the parts that Randy's high-pitched vocals are compared to like the lower stuff, because the lower stuff kind of like loses me, but once he gets in that higher pitched range, love that sound that he makes with his voice. The outro music is really cool. Great song. Princess of the Dawn from Accept. Udo's vocals great. Classic Accept sound. You have the cool dual guitar solo in there. And I really like when he kind of whispers Princess of the Dawn. Like, I really get into that when he whispers that. Crusader from Saxon. Even the music makes you want to march and go to battle. Like, this song just pumped me up for some reason. The guitar working is great. Biff's vocals are terrific. Another good pick. The Crow from the Black Country Communion.
Yep.
It's funny. All I wrote is BCC, so that's like BC squared in a way. I'm surprised you didn't say it right. It's got the Rage Against the Machine bass intro throughout the whole song.
Exactly. It is literally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Bulls on Parade.
Bulls on Parade.
I literally wrote that.
All right.
I wrote that Bulls on Parade.
Perfect.
Oh, okay.
We're all on the same page. Perfect.
Except for me.
You didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Steve's not heard that. Like,
with a pocket full of shells.
I'm like, wow, Steve's this and this.
See, we knew he liked Rage. He just wanted to admit it.
He was.
I like what I've heard from him. I never even listened to the whole album, but
That's off their Evil
angry
Empire
music.
album. That's not off the debut.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh yeah, but Glenn Hughes' vocals are great. His bass work is so good. Derek's keyboarding is killer. Then you follow it up with Joe's killer solo. Great super group. Downfall from Exodus. Just like you, Righty. I'll let you read out loud what I have for Exodus.
Drums are good.
So we're on the same page.
I did not intentionally pick that to troll you.
No. The music in the song's all right. I mean, it's actually pretty good. It's a vocal thing, and we've all heard my crazy vocals stories. And then "Miss You" from Wasp. Boy, you really got me tearing up on this one. A couple of times I had to stop. I'm like, ugh.
Ooh, sorry.
No, I know. No,
unintentional.
That's good. That's good. But man, this Wasp song is right in my bang zone. It has that loud melodic vocals, killer guitar work, off the chart sick banana soloing. Definitely one of my favorites. This is bang zone Wasp. Probably. Like even when he gets crazy religious, I still love it. So I can't really pick on you for. Can't even do anything. I can't even.
You got to shine it with Exodus.
All right, it's
okay.
Love.
It was just a jab. It was just a jab.
Just a little
jab.
kidney punch.
Look, Jam.
All right, Dylan.
Okay. Take your fingers from my hair. Yeah, the first time I listened to this was the Dream Theater version, and like I prefer that version because it's the one that I like have in my head more. So like but this is still a fantastic song. I love the baby, and then the high harmony comes in. I just wish it didn't fade out at the best part of the song. Like that, the end part of the song is so awesome, and then they fade out. I'm like, no, keep going. It's so good. But it's a great song for sure. It's an epic song in its like highs and lows and movements. So I really enjoyed it. Princess of the Dawn, really good kind of chugging accept song. I do love kind of the loud softness of the song, like BB said, with the whispering of Princess of the Dawn, but like the kind of yelling like right before that going into it is really great. Crusader, I like the live version of Crusader better, I think. It just feels more epic, like with the crowd kind of singing along, and they don't have to be told to sing along, with the like a clapping put in there. But I really like that one. The Crow, I wrote down Bulls on Parade. It's like, that's exactly Bulls on Parade. But even without it being Bulls on Parade.
You need to put it in.
No, I will. Even without Bulls on Parade, I really love this song. I think, like you were saying, it gives everybody a chance to shine in the song. Black Country Communion is just a solid lineup of musicians. Like, there is no weak link in that band. And it's a great pick. Downfall, Exodus. Yeah, this is kick-ass Exodus. This album is great. This was probably the first Exodus album that I really latched onto, because you have March of the Sycophants on there, and this song, and Class Dismissed. It's just a rockin' album, and I think even Bonded by Banjo on the end of this.
Yes.
Yeah, the awesome song. A nice banjo cover of Bonded by Blood. And it's a great song. And if you had ended your playlist at 5 songs, it probably would have been my favorite playlist of the night. But you had to keep going and going to Wasp. And not only did you go into Wasp, you went into newer Wasp, where Blackie sounds like shit. He sounds awful.
He's singing with feeling.
So is Bruce Springsteen, but you never give Bruce Springsteen a pass.
Apples and oranges.
It's not apples and oranges.
Oh, here we go. Fight!
He sounds terrible, and because there is so much of him at the beginning, it's like somebody. My left ear is currently blocked. I wish my right one was too when I was listening to this.
Do you like the soloing at least?
The guitar work is great, but I have to listen to Blackie whining through the whole song. I'm glad that you felt a connection to it, BB. I did not.
You gotta suffer for the payoff sometimes, Dylan.
Yeah, I suffered.
Well, at least you didn't have to listen to that one twice.
Yeah, that's true. That is a plus. But 5 out of 6 songs were fantastic, at least. So.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, Brad, set him straight.
Yeah. So, Steve, when you were on for that Zebra, I think we created a greatest hits or something.
Yes.
Didn't we? Yeah, I believe so. And I think we may have both had this song.
Yeah, we had to pick somebody from each album or something too.
Yeah, on our compilations. Yeah, great song. Very cool vibe. It's interesting. The vocal delivery and melody is really familiar. It reminds me of Pink Floyd, some of their mellow stuff. And normally Zebra gets compared to Zeppelin, right? He kind of sounds like Plant and from time to time, but I got kind of a Pink Floyd vibe out of that song. Except Princess of the Dawn, yeah, fantastic. Just love the chugging riff and the pre-chorus, and it stops, and just the Princess of the Dawn. And then the last, the outro, you got that acoustic in there, and then it takes kind of that left turn, the Princess of the Dawn. Just awesome song. Saxon Crusader, epic song. Yeah, you got an acoustic intro. You've got the weird, I guess whatever you would call those voices, right? The Who Dares battle the Saracen, and come Crusader, let battle commence, and all of that. But the riffing, Dio, Sabbath, epic kind of riff feel here. Great track. And then Steve, my BCC cohort, yes. Right? Everything Hughes touches, it's good. Yep. It's good. So yeah, this is that bass at the beginning, amazing. And then you said it perfectly, where they give the bass solo, an organ solo, obviously guitar solo at the end. Epic song. Exodus. So guitar harmonies in there into a good heavy riff. Not a huge fan of the verse vocal. I like the chorus. Actually quite a bit, and the fall part I thought was really cool as well. Wasp. So I'm a huge fan of the last 3 Wasp albums. I think they're underrated. I don't think people listen to them a lot. But and how funny is this? I actually put that this song was too long. And this is an epic 6+ minute episode. But anyway, thought it was a little bit too long. Chorus is okay, but the soloing, you guys have already mentioned the soloing is off the charts, and he gets a lot of opportunity to solo on there. So, yep, great list, Steve.
All right, BC, what do you got for me, buddy?
All right, Zebra. I mean, I remember back in the day, I was in these guys, and nobody around me at the time was like, they're like, Zebra. So I was an outcast back in the day. I love the acoustic and the keys. Such distinctive vocals. The drums on this track, killer. Zero. Except Princess of the Dawn. Udo, classic, except, I mean, such a steady song. Just, I like Princess, the whispering part. Love that. And it has a short melodic solo, but still killer. Saxon Crusader. Mellow start, but I love when it kicks into that riff in the drums. The chorus is great. Group vocals. Yeah, and I like that little devil voice. Solo one is cool in this. Cool solo. BCC. The Crow. Cool bass. Like I said, in parentheses here, reminds me of Rage Against the Machine. As soon as I heard it, I'm like,
I got nothing.
Yep.
It's like Rage Against the Machine. Yeah,
I know what you mean now that you say it, but it just never entered my head.
As soon as I heard
first thing I heard.
That's the first. Yeah, that came out. I'm like, oh shit, this is like Rage Against the Machine.
That came out like 7 years ago or something.
But between the bass, the organ, the key, like I love the organ. Love when a band has organ keys in it. Ripping solo, bass, just great song. Exodus, Downfall. Rob Dukes, come on. I don't know. I'm such a fan of Rob Dukes' era because I think that's when I really started diving into them.
Me too.
And the time I saw him live, Rob Dukes was with them. And we saw him again without, right? The last time?
Yeah, we saw.
We saw him with Zetro with Suicidal Tendencies.
Suicidal,
yeah.
But the first time I saw him live was
better with Rob Dukes.
We
saw him at the Cultural Center with Rob Dukes.
Yeah, opening for Negative as well, I think.
The death, Wall of Death.
What?
I want to see a wall of death.
And this was not a place conducive to the Wall of Death either.
It was the Scranton Cultural Center.
If they only knew what was going on. Yeah. But such the riffs in the song is fucking Exodus rocking. And Wasp, Miss You. I agree with Brad. Their last few albums, they're in a group of bands that keep getting better and better, I think. But I guess all I gotta do is say, you don't like it?
Dylan's shaking his head.
He's singing Miss You in his head right now. But just a great song. Then when he gets to that fucking solo, and to see it live was fucking
Tears it up.
Tears it the fuck up. Great list.
So I texted Christine and I asked her to listen to Miss You, and I said, could you listen to this song and tell me what you think of the vocals? And the text that she sent me back is, immediately can picture you making fun of it. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly right.
But that doesn't mean she doesn't like it either.
Yeah, I'll
She didn't say she didn't like it.
If she gives further comment, I'll let you know. But that was the first thing that popped up.
Okay, last list of the night. Brad, he came up on the wheel last. What do you got for us, my friend?
All right. So yeah, when you sent this to me, Steve, I was thinking, all right, am I just going to pick, songs over 6 minutes, or am I going to try to dig and try to find quote unquote, epic songs? I mean, what's the definition of an epic song? I don't think there really is one. I think you just know it, when you hear it. So I've got a breakdown here. So I got 2 from the 70s, 1 from the 80s, and then 3 from the 90s. So first up, Elton John, Funeral for a Friend, Love Lies Bleeding, clocks in at 11:06. Is this the longest? This might be the longest one.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it is, right? Yeah. And I think you guys talked about this.
We did. We did it on a classic rock album,
right? A classic rock episode. Yeah. So opens up his classic album, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Interesting, right? The Funeral for a Friend part, he has been quoted as saying, hey, I kind of wrote this as what I would want played at my funeral. So it's got themes from the rest of the album in there. Just again, kind of a slow build. Finally goes upbeat. Some jaunty piano in there. Had to use the word jaunty if I'm on Potter Than Hell with Dylan. So electric lead fills, castanets. I mean, there's a lot going on there. But right about the 5-minute mark, it's when it starts to gain momentum. And that riff, the riff of the Love Lies Bleeding, that main riff, I can never get it out of my head. It's just one of those things that sticks with me. Love the chorus, and just an awesome song. Is the intro instrumental maybe a little bit too long? Probably, but especially love the Love Lies Bleeding portion of this track. Next up, UFO, Love to Love. So last track on their classic album, Lights Out, clocking in at 7:38. I mean, come on, this thing starts off with a gong. It's got to be epic, right? Great build, piano melody in there, enter the bass, hi-hat, power chords, right? Starts to kick in. Enter acoustic guitar, orchestration in the verse, the misty green and blue, love to love you. So this actually, I've heard this song a million times, but was really starting to think this kind of sounds like a Bad Company song. I was trying to think and it's like that silver, blue, and gold. I don't know what album that's on, but that song, it kind of reminded me of that a little bit this last week when I was listening to it again. Breakdown, acoustic, melodic electric solo in there, back to the intro and verse, outro. Then you got a ripping solo from Shanker in there. But yeah, love kind of the chugging. They do that a couple times in that song as it builds back up to the main part of the song, and then just ends abruptly. But love that track and love it closing out that album. Next up, so Black Sabbath is Zero the Hero. So Born Again. Obviously, it gets a lot of shit for the production, and I don't know if people are fans of Ian Gillan with Sabbath. It's a cult classic within the Slamfest crew. We're going to be doing an episode on this album at some point because we all love it. But I should have included the instrumental that kind of leads into it, because it just kind of abruptly starts when you just play the song Zero the Hero. But so clocks in at 7:35, and I used to play some of those instrumentals on Halloween out on our porch. And it saved us on candy because nobody would come to our house.
More candy for me.
Yeah, right. But yeah, absolutely love this song. Just a haunting, heavy, descending riff. That high pitched, kind of screeching notes, and then settles into that groove and those bass hits. I mean, that sounds right out of like Halloween, right? The movie Halloween. Those bass hits are scary, and then you get into the phaser effects going on. It's just very, very mood setting, and then I love the chorus. I think Gillan sounds great. The "What You Gonna Do, What You Gonna Be, Brother," the "Zero the Hero," and "I'm a Sucker for Delay" on the vocal, and there's tons of that on here, and long solo, a couple minutes in there. And again, I think if the production was better, I think people would maybe like this album a little bit better. It's heavy as shit, scary, love it. Next up, Jane's Addiction, 3 days off of Ritual de lo Habitual, so 10 minutes and 48 seconds, so not my second longest song. So I first heard this song performed live by a cover band in college, and it was a band called Red Wing. And they focused on, again, this was early 90s. BB and I are the same age, so went to school at the same time. But they played a lot of alternative stuff, grunge stuff, but would occasionally pull out Tom Sawyer, which I thought was cool. But anyway, this was the first time I heard this song was these guys playing it, and they nailed it. There's some kind of weird spoken word at the beginning, but it kind of pops out throughout the song. Mellow, just a slow build as it goes. But when it gets to that, and again, I love Perry's double-tracked vocals in here, but when it gets to that build and that riff, and again, coming across live, it really... It's a song that needs to be played live, because when it kicks in and you got the erotic Jesus descending riff progression in there and the call and response vocal with that riff, so good. Next up, Mother Love Bone, Chloe Dancer, Crown of Thorns. So yeah, I included both of these songs. If you go to their album Apple, or even the self-titled compilation, I think it's just Crown of Thorns, but the Chloe Dancer is added on the singles soundtrack. So these two songs together come in at 820. And I think it's the best song on the singles soundtrack. I know that soundtrack gets a lot of love, but I think this song, one of the best songs of the 90s, actually. I'll go out on a limb and say that. And again, just love the build of the song, and the chorus is fantastic. And then you get to the outro and you get some whoa-ohs in there, which is great. But love this band. Unfortunate that we lost it. Andrew Wood. It'd be interesting to see what he could have done after this material was out. And then my last song, Extreme, Am I Ever Gonna Change, off of Three Sides to Every Story, clocks in at 6:56. So bass drum intro into some guitar picking, call and response with the harmonizing backing vocals in there, which is very extreme. And then it kicks in those power chords with the Am I Ever Gonna Change. But then I think the best part is the start and stop riffing. Again, they've got reverb and delay going on the guitars there, very Zeppelin-esque feel to it, and then kind of kicks into almost a Zeppelin type feel, back to the chorus and the backing vocals, which again, classic extreme. Again, great arrangement for the song, cool breakdown. Again, you've got some spoken word in the middle of that as well, and then come back out with that start and stop riffing, some soloing intermixed in there. Just another epic song from Extreme, especially off of that album. So there you go. 6 tracks. So, BC, what do you think?
All right. Elton John, A Funeral for a Friend, Love Lies Bleeding. You would not believe how many times I hear this song. my wife is a diehard Elton John fan, and actually went to see him live, and fabulous show. I was blown away because, people would say he's not my cup of tea, but I've really grown to like and respect this catalog so far. But this song is probably one of my favorites because the vocals, musically, the whole song changes. Really, really dig this song. UFO, Love to Love. I don't know. I listened to it a lot. A few times, just nothing was grabbing me. Too mellow, I think. The solo stands out in it, but other than the solo, it wasn't grabbing me. Black Sabbath, Zero to Hero. Tony's playing. Come on. I mean, production. I don't give a shit. I like heavier Sabbath. Ian's vocals. Welcome change, I think, from the Ozzy years. I really like this. Jane's Addiction, 3 days. Again, nothing grabbing me, too low. The solo part wasn't too bad, but after that, after the solo jump, it loses me again. And for some reason, Perry Farrell is his name.
Yep.
He just fucking, I don't know about it. I just look at him, I get angry. I don't know what it is. I mean, he never did.
I try not to look at him either.
He never did nothing to me, but.
What about Dave DeVaro? Do you get angry at Dave DeVaro?
No, I kind of, he can tear it up. But Perry Farrell, there's something about him just angers me. So, that didn't help this song either, but.
I think it's his first name. I think it's Perry.
Perry.
I don't think you like the first name. Doesn't help.
Ozzy was originally going to be Perry Farrell, but then
Perry
Farrell.
Yeah.
Where are we here? Mother Love Bone. I remember this was a big '90s band. The song to me, I understand the time frame and everything, but it's too mellow for me, and I was very blah with the song. Extreme. Am I ever going to change? I really like this album. I mean, it got a lot of shit back in the day after the first two. And then this came out, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, this sucks." And it was different, but this is definitely one of the standouts. One of the standouts for me. I like the feel of it. And I was trying to think today. I know there's between the cassette and the CD. One of them had, I'm going to say the CD had extra track or two on it. I tried to dig it, tried to find it, but I was unsuccessful. But totally dig this song. Love it. Love that.
All right, Steve.
Okay, Brad, I love you.
Uh-oh.
I do. Elton John, Funeral for a Friend. This is fantastic. We like you said, we talked about this one before. I think it's a great, especially back in the day, opening track for the Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, right?
Yeah.
Like you come out. This is a perfect opening song. You come out that Funeral for a Friend. That's like a great. This is my band. This is my band. This is what these guys can do. It's not just me. It's the band. And then the Love Lies Bleeding part. And Brad, you said it. I'm like, and I never really thought of it before. I never really thought that I would say, oh my God, the riff in that Elton John song is fucking great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you never think
Yeah.
of phrasing it that way. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
I think it's great. 2 songs whacked together, perfect. I don't give a shit how long it is. It's great. UFO, Love to Love. This one was, I like the grindage and a little bit of intensity to it, but it's kind of, I'm on a BC trend. I'm kind of blah on this song. This is one that Michael did on my Days in UFO album or whatever that came out last year, and Axl sings it on there. It's not great. It's the musically it's good, but I just love to like. Trunk plays this all the time on his on Trunk Nation. I'm like, dude, fucking play something else. It's not bad, but I'm like, I'm over the song. Black Sabbath, Zero the Hero. This may be one of the best songs that we fucking talked about tonight. I love the Born Again album. I don't give a shit about the production. I think it's I don't even know how to describe it. When this came out, I'm like, I was excited because it was Ozzy was gone, then Dio was gone, and then Ian Gillan came in, and it was like, wow, the guy from Deep Purple's going to sing in Black Sabbath. You had to check it out. What the fuck is this going to sound like? Like you said, the production's a little murky, but like I think it fits the material, and it's kind of like Kiss Hotter Than Hell for me. It's what I'm used to. You know what I mean? I love the songs on there, like Trash, Disturbing the Priest, and Zero the Hero. I love the bong. That gets so intense. The layering is cool. I've always loved this song. Like I said, I don't mind the production. Tony's soloing just kills in this one. And then you get the bong, like those keyboards at the end, like towards the end again too.
Yeah.
Killer fucking track. I'm with you guys on your guys' love for Black Sabbath Born Again. Jane's Addiction 3 Days. I'm like, ugh. When I see the list, I'm like, fuck. I only know Been Caught Stealing. That's the only song I can name from fucking Jane's Addiction. I like that. It's a fun song. I kind of like when they're dancing down the aisle in the fucking in the supermarket. You know, it's kind of funny.
The opening theme for Entourage Superhero.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh, is it? No, I don't know.
That's awesome too.
You got a little talking at the beginning there, a little slinky bass, a little plinky guitar, a little soft Perry vocals. Like I said, I'm not used to his vocals, only that one song. He angers me a little bit, BC. Not as much as you, though. But I think it's a great build to the rocking part. I was like the cool melodic guitars, but then like it fucking rips. I was like, I had no idea that Jane's Addiction could fucking rock like this. I was like, holy shit. Like, I think this is a fun song. There's some crunching chords when the vocals come back in after the solo. Like I said, way heavier than I thought that BC's looking for something to stab me with.
Harry Farrell,
You're drinking too much.
I like this song. I thought it was interesting for me because I didn't think that they could pull off something like this. And then
Here comes
Mother
the truth,
Love
BC.
Bone. Brad, I love you, but like this song is this might be worse than that other one. Than that, what was that other shitty one that we talked about?
Miss You.
No, I wasn't talking to you, Dylan. The Temple of the Dog one.
Oh my lord!
Slow, whiny vocal, boring ass song, decent solo, picks up intensity towards the end, but not worth the payoff at the end. And I know that they, Tom and Zeus and Sonny, they did this one on ARC, the single soundtrack, and Brad said it, this is the best song on the soundtrack. That soundtrack must suck ass. If this is the best song on it, I'm sorry, this is not my... As my friend Steve would say, not my bang zone. Extreme, am I ever going to change? I heard this song. I think this is the one Extreme album I kind of listened, gave it a passing listen. I was like, okay, I'm good. On the shelf. And I didn't remember it, but I know I listened to it because I know I listened to this album before. It's pretty good. Are they speaking Russian in the middle?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure.
I think they're speaking Russian in the middle.
Part.
I'm not sure why or whatever. Am I ever going to change? Is it like a Cold War thing? I don't know. What the fuck? I was kind of hoping for a little more rocking song, a little more Nuno-ish, Nuno stuff. It's not bad. Although I will say it's the better of the two Gary Cherone songs that we talked about tonight.
That's not saying much, right?
That's what I got.
yeah. All right, BB, I've got 3 90s songs in there. You gotta help me out here.
No, you got it, buddy. Funeral for a Friend, Love Lies Bleeding. I love Elton John. Great. It just takes a little bit to get to the vocals, but once it gets there, his vocals are so good. His piano playing is great. Got a little piano in there. I think there's even a little keyboard drizzled back in there. There's a little guitar in there. A little bit of everything. Such a great song. Love to Love from UFO. Softer chugging riff in there with some keyboard. Great vocals. But man, once that fucking outro solo hits, like, holy fucking shanker. Like, why didn't you put that fucking in the middle of the song? You had to wait till the end, but man, once he fucking takes off for that 20-some seconds, holy shit. Zero the Hero from Black Sabbath. Like we said, the first album with Ian Gillan. I like how, like, certain, like, especially in the first couple verses, the way he pronounces words at the ends of the sentence, I really, really like. And it has, like, a different, darker Black Sabbath sound, but it's not the normal Black Sabbath. It's kind of, it has a different, dark feeling to it. And I like it. I like that album. 3 Days from Jane's Addiction. Definitely a slow building song. The first third of it, you know, it takes a while to get there, but that last third of this song, if this was like the rest of the song, this would be a great song. It just, once again, it just seems like it takes a little bit too long to get there. And I was never really, I don't know what it was. Our group was never really into the Jane's Addiction. I don't even remember.
Perry Farrell, that's why.
He pissing everybody off. Even back in 1991 or whatever this was. But yeah, if this song was a little bit more like the last third, absolutely would love it. Chloe Dancer and Crown of Thorns from Mother Love Bone. I never heard this first part of this Chloe Dancer, but I knew the Crown of Thorns, so I was kind of confused where that came in, but Andrew Wood's soft piano vocals are just so good. And then you get the rock and alternative feel with Crown of Thorns. I think it's a great 1-2 punch song. I'm Never Gonna Change from Extreme. They played this on the... Did you see Extreme? They played this on the boat. Maybe
I skipped them.
Maybe third or fourth song. But man, there's a lot of waste in this song. Like, this song could be so fucking good. Like, the chorus is heavy. Nuno plays good, but there's a lot of bullshit in there that they could
rush into.
Like, when they do it live, it's fine.
I'm not sure what that is.
Like, they even kind of heavy up the slower regular lyric part, and then the chorus is great when they do it live. But man, this album song is just, it grabs you and then it loses you. It grabs you, it loses you. But yeah, I did not mind your list. It was like a Dylan list. It was a little bit of everything. It was a nice little melting pot.
You're right though, BB, on that Extreme song when they do it live.
Yes,
it's
100%.
It's a lot better.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than it is on the studio album. So, Dylan.
Yeah, so before I go into it, I do have an update from Christine about Miss You. She said, I don't really like it when, and I don't know if this is necessarily exclusive to being a metal problem, but I don't really like when a song is more of a ballad and they like force out this unnatural voice. So I responded, okay, so would you say you had a negative experience listening to these vocals? And she responded, it's not positive.
Christine, the metal expert.
But she listens to like good vocalists, is what I'm saying.
But she didn't say it was negative, so
that's true.
Just not positive.
Good. That's true.
Neutral.
Yeah.
Very neutral.
Speaking of positive, Brad opening with "Funeral for a Friend," "Love Lies Bleeding," "Man After My Own Heart." I love this song. I think it's probably my favorite Elton John song. I first heard it when Dream Theater did a cover of it. And it's a great cover. Metallica also does a very great cover. I actually sent it to the text group. They performed it at the Gershwin prize that they awarded to Elton John and Bernie Taupin, and they performed it, and it was a really good version. But this song just has everything that you could want. It's such a those kind of keys, synth at the beginning is such a magical kind of ethereal sequence that really makes you feel like you're walking down the yellow brick road. You know, it kind of feels like you're going into Oz, and it's just a fantastic song. And "Love Lies Bleeding" is a great part to go into. "Love to Love," I love the end of this song with the riffing. It is some of the heaviest guitar work that I've heard from Michael Schenker. I just the rest of the song just doesn't do it for me. It's not what I go to UFO for. I go for Lights Out, Rock Bottom, Doctor, kind of fast out of the gate type of situations. And this one just takes a little too long to get going for me. Zero to Hero, I think it's a great song in Hercules. It really showcases Hercules becoming, the hero that he is. And I think that the muses in the song that nobody knows, the animated film Disney's Hercules from the 90s. Come on.
I'm aware of it.
Zero the Hero is great. I need to listen to this album more because I like Ian Gillan. And I was listening to this, I'm like, oh, crap. It's like I'm listening to Perfect Strangers, but like heavier. And Perfect Strangers is my favorite Deep Purple album. So I really need to give this album a better spin, I think. 3 Days by Jane's Addiction. This was such a roller coaster for me because the beginning of the song, I was like, this is okay, but like it's kind of stagnant. Like nothing's going on. If the whole song's going to be like this, I don't think I like this. But then when it like changes it up, I'm like, okay, this is great. Thank you, Jane's Addiction, for changing it. It's like as soon as I was like, boy, I hope the rest of the song isn't like this. Like it switches into that other gear and just goes to another place, and I really enjoyed it. And I had actually thought that this playlist was BB's playlist because, the 90s of it. And, I figured BB would be the only person that would bring in Mother Love Bone. But lo and behold, Brad brought in Chloe Dancer, Crown of Thorns. Yeah, Andrew Wood, rest in peace. Without Mother Love Bone breaking up, there would be no Pearl Jam.
No Pearl Jam.
Dad.
Yeah.
Stone Gossard and Jeff Ament come from Mother Love Bone.
Mike McCready would have caught on with someone good.
But it's it would have been with Temple the Dog.
Temple
You're right.
the Dog. Yeah, thank you.
No, someone good.
This is a good song, Brad. Don't listen to the naysayers. It's great. Am I ever going to change that? The verses of this song sound like a Christian rock song. I don't know if anybody else got that vibe, but like, I'm down on my knees. I'm like, is this like, like
Pop Striper?
Yeah, like Pop Striper. Hopeful like Christian rock music. And then the chorus like gets heavy, and I'm like, okay, this is the extreme that I know. I didn't put on the wrong song. Everything's okay. But yeah, those verses are just weird compared to the rest of the. It just felt like they were, praising Jesus, and like okay, everybody, let's get together and pray.
Kumbaya time or what?
Kumbaya. I don't know. It just felt that way. But this was a good list, Brad. I think the only thing that I really didn't vibe with was the kind of beginning part of Love to Love, but the rest of it was good.
All right.
That's everybody, right?
That's it.
All right. That was fun. Some ball busting going on there, some really cool shit that we talked about tonight. And I like doing these. Like I said, it's just an excuse to talk about shit that we like, and it's even fun sometimes, maybe even more fun when you talk about shit that you don't like. And,
my blood pressure up.
And I want to thank Brad for jumping on the BB Troll Steve bus as well, which is totally fine. And honest to God, I did not pick the Wasp song to troll you, Dylan. I picked it up because of the soloing in it. It just happened to annoy you.
There's solos in so many other songs.
But I can't speak for why BB picked Whitesnake. I can't speak to that. So he'll have to answer for that. So let's go around. We'll wrap up. You could either pick your top three, bottom three, or you could pick a favorite and the least favorite from each list. However you want to do it, and we'll get up on out of here. Let's start with BB.
All right, Brad. Thanks for coming on. You're as busy as we are. We appreciate you taking some time off from your Slamfest to hang out with us. Really appreciate when you come on. It's always a great time. Maybe I'll just go. I'll do favorite and least favorite from each list. Dylan, my favorite was the Dark Sentencer from Coheed and Cambria. And my least favorite was the King Crimson 21st Century Zydoid Man.
Schizoid.
Shitzoid.
Hemorrhoid Man.
The Shitzoid Man.
BB, did you actually listen to the Aussie version? You gotta listen to the King Crimson version.
Oh, God.
You'll appreciate the King.
If it's anything like Mississippi Queen, I'm like, ooh.
You don't want to hear.
There's no good version of that fucking song. Even Wasp does a version of that, Dylan.
Oh, God.
That's your homework. I want you to listen to that version, Dylan.
He's like, I guess
Full body
Dylan's gonna shit his
my
pants.
I listen to Miss You, goddamn! I can't listen.
Sorry, BB.
No, you're good. All right, ready. We'll go. My least favorite will be Exodus, but I did like the drums.
All right, good.
My favorite is Miss You by Wasp.
There we go.
My favorite.
Picked Whitesnake and he likes Wasp.
Yeah. BC.
Oh no.
My favorite. You Can't Take Me Down from Dream Child. Great song. And then, shit. I guess just by. I guess I'll go the chair from Dr. Butcher, because that's where it fits. And Brad. My favorite is Zero the Hero from Black Sabbath. And my least favorite, I think I'm going to go with I'm Never Going to Change from Extreme, just for the fact that a lot of wasted space on that song.
Worship song.
Yeah.
Dylan.
Okay, yeah, Brad, really appreciate when you come on. I think you add so much chaos and mayhem to the proceedings with some of your picks in the best way possible. I'll start with you. Best Funeral for a Friend. Love that song so much. Worst, I have to go with Love to Love, just because it took so long to get to the juicy part of it that it kind of turned me off to the song. BC, I'm actually gonna go the exact opposite of BB. I think the best was The Chair, and the worst was You Can't Take Me Down because of the uncanny valley with the Dio, and
okay.
I also wanted to listen to You Can't Bring Me Down from Suicidal Tendencies. BB, the best was Rocket Queen. Rocket Queen's just a classic Guns N' Roses song. And then worst is Slow and Easy. I mean, come on, can we not have a Whitesnake song every fucking episode? That was my note that I wrote. Yeah, best, The Crow, because it made me think of Bulls on Parade. And also because it's a bunch of awesome musicians playing together. And then worst is Miss You. I mean, come on, can we not have a Wasp song every fucking episode? But overall,
nice.
Maybe we can squeeze one in next episode.
Overall, I had a good time listening, and you can check out the songs on our Spotify playlist of the week and the show notes. Let us know what you think. Let us know some of your favorite songs over 6 minutes. We'll have BB listen to every single one of them. He loves long songs, and he'll give notes.
Yes.
Bradley.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on again. I love listening to your podcast. I love listening to you guys talk about music, and I love talking to you guys about music. So appreciate you having me on. So going through this, so Steve, Black Country Communion, The Crow is my favorite, and I think I got to go Exodus. Downfall is my least favorite, even though I did like quite a few parts of that song. BB, yeah, this was tough because like GNR, Ozzy, Whitesnake, I mean, all three of those songs I think are fantastic. I think just to dig at Dylan, I'm gonna go with Slow and Easy is my favorite, and probably, I mean, again, all these were good, BB, but maybe Van Halen, Without You, is probably my least favorite out of that list. BC, I'm going to go with Kick Tracy. I mean that full length album is so good. The EP stuff, which this comes off of, is also good. But yeah, again, I just don't listen. I don't listen to them enough, and they've got some great stuff, even though it's not very much stuff. They've got some great stuff. And then the Dream Child song, I think is going to be my least fave, just being such a Dio clone song and or band is why I'm going to put it there. And then let me scroll down here. So Dylan, yours, Rush, Headlong Flight, just such a great song. And again, you had an interesting list. I think just the screaming vocals in the Trivium stuff is gonna put that at the end. But yeah, I mean these types of episodes coming on your guys' show, especially, I think I get exposed to more stuff and different stuff, and love doing the homework for it. So thanks again.
Brad, before you go, give Slamfest a good shot there.
Yeah, so we're recording on a Thursday, and I know this is because of me. So thanks for accommodating my schedule. But yeah, we come out every Thursday morning. As I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, every quarter I do a concert regret, somebody that I've never seen. I focus on, usually have a guest on, but focus on a tour that I actually could have gone to with that, and then the Slamfest sound check, which is a mini episode I do monthly. And Steve, I forgot to mention, you were my first commingled guest on that sidecast. You and Craig, one of our Slamfest crew members, we talked about a time frame of Hagar material versus David Lee Roth material. So some Van Halen stuff, some solo stuff, and that was awesome. But that was my first time of having another podcaster on with one of the Slamfest crew members, and I think it came out great. So thanks for joining me for that. There'll be more of that in the future. I'll be mixing that up. So check us out.
What'd you go for? Saving Hagar?
Yeah. You gotta listen and find out. BC, what do you got?
All right, Brad. Awesome having you on as always. Again, I'm sitting here going, "What the fuck did I pick?" Again, I don't know where my mind was.
Where's my
mind? But whatever. It all works out. As far as favorites, I'm gonna start off with Dylan. Avenged Sevenfold. I guess every time I hear these guys, it's like I listen to them more. And the weakest one, probably King Crimson. It just did hit me right. Brad, I'm gonna go with the Black Sabbath. I forgot how much I do enjoy that album. And the weakest one on yours got to be fucking Perry Farrell and that James Addiction. Fuck that motherfucker!
Who has a more irrational hatred? BC with Perry Farrell or B with
I remember it was not too long ago. They were doing a show, right?
They were fighting.
And they got on stage. I was like, "Come on, kick his ass!" I'm like, if I was in the crowd, I would have jumped up. I could. I'll help you.
And he would have been the only one to go to jail.
I remember seeing it on TV. I'm like, "Oh, come on, kick him, punch him in the face,
kill him."
Okay, where am I now? BB. Oh my gosh, so much good. I'm gonna go with probably Guns N' Roses. Love that song. And the weakest, probably Temple of the Dog, just because it's too mellow. I mean, it was a big hit. I mean, Chris Cornell, he has a great voice, don't get me wrong, but it was too... It was just too Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
Yes.
All right. And Steve, this is going to be hard.
I don't know what to tell you.
You don't have to pick a bad one, BC, because there are none. But you know.
I'm going to say probably Black Country Communion. I mean, that was really good. I forget how good that band is. If I had to pick a weakest one, I don't know.
There's none.
There is none, but...
You don't have to.
I don't have to, is right.
You can pick two bad ones of BB's.
Oh, there you go. So you can pick without you.
You can defer the pick.
I gotta go back and...
Are you going to go back to BB's list with Van Halen without you?
Okay, if Van Halen without you.
Hey, at least we're not doing a word to the wisdom tooth.
No. Again, this is good time.
All right. Brad, thank you so much for spending time with us. It's no big deal for us to change the night here and there because for years we were recording a different night every week, so it's not it's not a big deal. And thank you for having me come on Soundcheck because that was a blast. And I got to give you credit, man. You kept it concise, like we like to talk here. So I was pleasantly surprised. I was. Besides the bullshitting at the beginning and the end, like we were done in like an hour, which, that's not even a possible thing here at all, but I appreciate it. And I love Slamfest. Like I said, this was like the first week in like forever that I haven't got to check out Slamfest on the day that it came out. But I love doing these ones. It's fun. And so my picks are, BB, favorite has got to be No More Tears. Unbearded Zach on that song. The build for the solo is just absolutely killer. Least favorite,
It's a tie.
It is between Van Halen and Temple of the Dog, but I'll go with Temple of the Dog because at least Eddie Van Halen is on the Van Halen one, and the drums are good on that one. BC, let's see, what do we got? I forget what we got for BC. I'm gonna go. I like Dr. Butcher the best because I hadn't heard that in a while, and I enjoyed that album. And when you picked that, I was like, ooh, okay, cool, because I hadn't heard that in a while. Least favorite, I'm gonna go Dream Child just because of I don't know, just because I gotta pick something. I like it, but it's a little too copying something, you know what I mean? I mean, hey, if you're gonna emulate a metal artist, Dio is not a bad way to go. By the way, Brad,
unless you're lying,
Zero the Hero, definitely favorite song on there. But I will say that Jane's Addiction was my biggest surprise of the night that I liked it. I was groaning when I saw the name, and I was like, "Fuck!" But then I was kind of like Dylan. I was like ready to say, "What the fuck?" And then it kicked up. So that was my surprise song of the night. But the worst one is definitely the Mother Love Bone one. That's just not good at all. If that's, like I said, if that's the best song on the give me my beer back, fucker. If that's the best song on the soundtrack for singles, that's got to be horrible. Dylan.
Alice in Chains Wood is the best song on that album.
I do have a least favorite. I'm going to say the 21st Century Schizoid Man, only because of the vocal thing. I like it. I think it's cool. It's crazy. It's just I don't think it's as good as it was always built up to be. I like the song Starlight that Dave Broski picked. I like that one awesome better song than this.
Yeah.
But yours was the most interesting one, I would say. So I do have a tie for the two favorite on there. The Rush is probably by and far away the best, but the Avenged Sevenfold, they're always a band. When you pick them, I'm like, I need to listen to them more, and then when you pick it, I'm like, shit, that's a great song. So that's my two picks there. So I love doing these ones. Always great having Brad on. We said before, this is the first time we've been in the studio since before the Monsters Rock Cruise, I want to say, and good to be back here at the home base. Brad, once again, thank you for coming here. Dylan, thank you for all you do. BC, BB, you guys kick ass every time. It's always cool to see what's going to be picked. I get the troll picks from BB. Brad's jumping on that bandwagon a little bit there too, but which I don't mind because sometimes I surprise you and you That's surprise right. me that I That's actually true. Like something that you pick like that. Not so much tonight, but it's always fun doing these, and it's cool, and we got a lot of cool stuff coming up here, and we, like we said, we haven't really been together recording lately with the cruise, and a couple episodes that we had banked and stuff that was going on that we weren't able to get together. So we're back in the groove here at Hotter Than Hell. Always fun, and thank you guys for listening. If you're a new listener, welcome. If you're a vintage listener, welcome back. And always great doing these. Love you guys. Love our listeners, our supporters.
Love to love.
Love to love. Yeah. And so everybody take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We will see you next time, and there definitely will be a next time.